9 days of fierce competition has led us to tonight, a night where 105 athletes will compete for one of the most coveted titles and coolest spurs in the Western world. We all know it's one of the richest, but will Reno live up to its other name and be the wildest rodeo in the West? We're about to find out tonight, the finals of the Reno Rodeo.
Our expert commentator, Larry Mahan.
The title is done. No, the title is done.
Here's a big chance for Trevor tonight.
Number one man.
Wow, what a scene, Reno. It's the wildest, richest rodeo in the West. And if you've had any doubts that the summer run for 2026 is underway, well, it should come to an end tonight. Jeff Metters and Butch Knowles in the brand new studios here for the Cowboy Channel, getting ready for what's kicking off really is Cowboy Christmas.
Yeah, it's incredible. You know, we've had some teasers. We were at Driggs, Idaho the other day, Sisters, Oregon. You know, Greeley's just started, but this is the real deal now. This finals at Reno kicks off the craziest next 10 days in the entire rodeo season. There's almost $1 million up tonight for these guys. It is going to be fun to watch how this plays out.
Oh, man, fasten your seatbelts. Contestants tonight, absolutely fantastic. World champion Jess Pope will be out tonight. He's the defending champion there in Reno, by the way.
Yeah, Jess Pope, he would like to ring the bell tonight. He's sitting in a really good spot, the top three coming into tonight. So Pope, if he can win it again this year, he's got a great chance to win another world title, and that's what he is focused on right now.
You know, you look at these athletes, they're looking at making the NFR, winning a world championship. Tyler Wagaspack, he's chasing history. He wants to be the most decorated steer wrestler of all time.
Yeah, he wants to get that number 6 world title. He's won 5, and boy, he has been so tough this year. Number 1 in the world right now going into the event tonight. So Wagaspack, we don't see him stub his toe very often. He is going to be tough to get off that top spot.
Boy, and stick around for the bull riding. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. What a lineup of bull riders, including John Crimber, your reigning PBR world champion. He's trying to get the double. He's trying to win the PRCA world title as well.
Yeah, he's going in the right direction too. John Crimber, you know, he's kind of working both sides of the fence, the PBR and the PRCA. But right now, Crimber is making his first regular NFR, but he's got a lot of bulls to get on before then.
Yeah, and he's not even the number 1 ranked bull rider in the Resistol Rookie of the Year standings. Here's a look at our leaders coming in. Kade Sonnier's on top. Zeke Thurston. It's always a good rodeo when Zeke's around. And Dalton Massey, he's just a bit of a puzzle to me. He's from your part of the world.
You know, Dalton, I think he's back and right back where he needs to be. He kind of went through some injuries. Last year, he missed the NFR for the first time. Before that, the other 2 years, he went there number 1 in the world, set season earnings record. So Dalton right now looks as good as he's ever been. We'll see if he can capitalize and win this event tonight.
Woo! He rides so square, so straight. That's one of the reasons he's got a world champion buckle on. Yeah, bud. Stack 'em up. Stack 'em up. Oh, he's going to have some fun. He is putting on a clinic tonight.
Yeah, the unmistakable style there of Jess Pope, the reigning champion there in Reno, 3-time NFR average winner, past world champion, and Jess just has an amazing style, and I'm surprised he hasn't been able to nab that second gold buckle, but you got Rocker Steiner on the sidelines. You got Wasey Schall on the sidelines, so this might be another year where opportunity knocks.
Absolutely, and you know the thing about Jess Pope that I really like, he never seems to let that get into his head. He's so consistent, makes that same ride every time, and when he gets a chance to win, he'll capitalize on it. We'll see what he can do tonight. He's about 5 points behind Kade Sonnier.
But anything can happen in this championship round. Kade Sonnier comes in with that 5-point lead. Kade's ridden very well, and Kade's trying to make it back to his 3rd national finals rodeo.
Yeah, Kade's hit a whole new level, though, Jeff, in my opinion. He's won second. They've competed in 2 go-rounds here at Reno. He won second in each of the preliminary rounds. They bring the top 12 back. So, you know, with a 5-point lead over the rest of the pack, he's set right now at about $9,600. If he could run the table, he's going to win about $25,000 before he gets out of town.
Of course, to get the win here in Reno, you got to have a really good dance partner, and there's a look at the draw.
Well, there's a little everything in there. You know, I'm a Hawk's a great little horse. That's a good draw. Rhodey Farrell's got Irish eyes. And, you know, you look at Jacob Lees. He's just been on a mission lately. He has a horse called Can't Wait. But I think the one I really like is Mustard with Carson Hildre. He's the college champion just coming back off a big championship. He split that 3 ways, and he's got a big chance tonight in Reno.
Yeah, he should be beaming with confidence. Just trying to catch up with Kade Sonnier. I'm a big Jayco Roper fan. Jayco's just great. He's great entertainment. He's from Oklahoma, a lot like me. So we'll see what happens with Jayco tonight. We said Tanner Oz was going to be up, but Tanner was a late turnout, so Tanner is not a part of the party tonight, but Tucker Caricotto, he is.
Yeah, and this is the horse I was talking about, I'm a Hawk. There was a mare they had years ago called Lady Red Hawk, and she was so outstanding. And all these are descendants of that great mare, and they all seem to like to buck. They don't buck because they're scared. They buck because they like to. And these particular line of horses, if you're at Reno coming in on this bottom hole, this could be a big chance right here for young Caricotto.
Saratoga, Wyoming. No pressure. You're just kicking off the championship round in Reno. Here we go.
All right. Going to set the pace for the rest of the guys. So you got to make a great ride. He's into his hand. He's in trouble. And it's going to be a no score for Tucker. You know, that's not the way you want to have it happen. But, you know, he kind of got a late call to get into this finals. That doesn't matter. You got to step up and do your job. See our pickup men set him on the ground. We've got 4 of the best. We'll talk about them. But good mark out right here. But then right in here, you're going to see him get tipped into his hand. At that point, that horse changed leads and kind of went the other way and got ahead of him, and he could never catch back up and then finish that ride as good as he started it. So no score for our first man.
That should lead us to Colton Clemens. And Colton comes in. He is 44th and 41st in the world standings. He could change that with a big night tonight, right on cue, the draw that he has.
Yeah, he comes in with 162 points on 2 heads. So, you know, coming in kind of down, but it's going to pay nearly $4,000 just to win this final round. And you never know. If you can win this final round, you're going to move up in the average ways. And there is so much money up here. And it's going to pay nearly $10,000 to win the average. So there is a lot at stake right here for Clemens.
Yeah, and they won the short go on this horse a year ago. You can see the intensity right there as he nods.
Yeah, it all starts right now. Big mark out, big air. Here we go. This looks good. Oh, he whipped down, touched the horse. That just shows how good this horse bucks. Oh my gosh, that Reno Rodeo Company, they have raised some outstanding horses for so many decades, and they have a real deal right here. Look at the air. Kind of a big empty jump. Then I think he missed his target right there, but then he picked it right back up. I thought, perfect. He's going to finish it. But, you know, you get into the finals, it's not just another horse. They bring the 12 very best horses. There's 9 different contractors here at Reno, so they're not going to show up with things that just hop out there and make it easy. They're going to test these boys.
And you can see why they won this rodeo on this horse a year ago.
Oh, my gosh.
In this championship round.
Yeah, that's a 90-pointer if you can do your job.
That was pretty lively, and I think Reno was on the back of the chutes kind of riding along with them. Kind of enjoyed that as much as I did the ride. Rody Farrell getting set to go, another guy that was kind of a late add to this championship round.
Yeah, Rody, but I've been watching him this winter. This is a great young talented boy out of Wyoming, Rody Farrell, right there from Thermopolis. Irish Eyes, this is a really good horse from the Sankey Pro Rodeo Company. So we're going to see if Farrell can capitalize getting into this final round. Holds his feet, gets the timing. Irish Eyes making that nice circle right in front of the judges. Finish it right here. Well, we're going to have a leader. We're going to have our first qualified ride. That's the way we want it.
And the judge was kind of right in the middle of that one. He got a good look at it.
He was doing some bullfighting moves on that point. Another look at it. The mark out is so important. Your feet have to be in contact that first jump as they come out of the chute over the point of the shoulders. But it also keeps you ahead of the horse. You can see the judge, he kind of got that horse beat him around the corner. He's just trying to focus on what he's doing. 77 points for Rody Farrell. Add that to his score of 162.
234. So he's our early leader on 3. But the big guns here in Reno are all still just yet to go. They're just getting tuned up. Clay Jorgensen next in the batting order.
Boy, I like Clay Jorgensen. He's been in the top 20, top 25 the last couple years. Clay from Watford City, North Dakota. He's a really good bareback rider. Right now coming in about 30,000 out of 15th. So a big win here at Reno could get half of that out of the way. All right, here we go. This is the one. Big air right here, and he is going for it. Don't make a mistake in finishing right here. Great ride for Jorgensen. No doubt going to be a big move as far as the leader is concerned.
He comes in 45th in the world standings. 30-year-old Cowboy. Almost finished in the top 20 a year ago. He's 21st. That's a heck of a ride in this championship round.
It is, and he needs that. He's 10 points behind Kade Sonnier as far as trying to catch the leader. But with a ride like that, you can gather up a lot of ground. Look at this horse get in the air right here. Big air, Prairie Rose. That's the one they love from Sankey's. They're going to have a little direction change. Still jumping real high in the air. And I'm telling you, Jorgensen, he did not make one mistake in that ride, and that's why he's 87.
Did not ride there like he is the 45th ranked cowboy in the world. 87 points for him. He surges to a pretty hearty lead at the moment.
Yeah, 250.5 points.
Toby Dudney.
All
Australian
right.
cowboy, and we had breakfast this morning with Dave Appleton, the first cowboy to come over from Australia and win a world championship. That Aussie invasion is real.
Yeah. There's been a lot of them. There's a lot of them on hand right now in all the events, and they're talented. Toby, he's just 20 years old. Look at him. I don't think he even realized this has got to be the biggest stage he's been on in his young career. Is the Reno Finals right now. He's got a big 87 in front of him. Oh man, he's the real deal. Look at this. Setting his feet way ahead of the horse. Keep it up. What a great little bareback horse. I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to be close to that 87. I don't know if I'd let him maybe be there, but he's going to be 85-ish in that ballpark, in my opinion.
And you touched on the fact that he's just 20 years of age. The youth movement in bareback riding is absolutely crazy right now.
Yeah, and boy, this one showed up from down under. Yeah, he is in that range, 88. He takes the lead away from Jorgensen. So big ride right here. Excellent. I mean, that was excellent. As far as spur ride, probably the better spur ride. As far as the horse, I thought maybe Clay's was a hair better, but they're only a half a point apart. 88.
Now, kind of a slow start, and they have just jumped on it since then. Dudney, Jorgensen. As we get now to Jacob Lees, he's had a great year. Jacob's made it to a couple NFRs, but this has been a breakout season for him. Number 3 in the world standings as we start this Cowboy Christmas run. Age 30, missed the national finals rodeo last year. He is putting together some kind of season.
And you mentioned our opening, Jeff. You talked about, Rocker Steiner, he is out. Wasey Shawley, he is out. That's the number 1 and number 3 man in the world standings when they got hurt and have to set out a while. That just opens the door for guys like Jacob Lees. And of course, we talked about Jess Pope and guys like that making big moves, big headways towards the world title. But Lees, he knows he's got to take advantage of it. Can't wait from Flying 5. This is a company that comes out of the Northwest up there. They've had so many great bucking horses and bucking bulls. Jacob. All right, another one. Big air right there, right in front of the judges. He's got to open up. Don't be too tight. This is a little nicer horse than the others. Perfect ride. Good look at Jeff Shear moving in there. Of course, Jeff. There's 4 pickup men here. Jeff's been one of the best for so long. Made the national finals in the saddle bronc riding a couple times. But look at Jacob right here. This horse sets up, and when you look at this, the horse is going to tell the difference. 86.5, that's going to put him, I believe, 3rd in the go-around right now. It's kind of getting close.
Yeah, he's tied at the top of the average.
There we go.
Yep. 252 on 3, same as Toby Dudney, the Australian cowboy. So we're tied at the top. Getting a little closer to the guys that came in here, setting the pace. Getting a little tougher here in Reno. Darian Johnson will be the next cowboy to go.
Yeah, Tremont in Utah. Darian, he comes in 165.5 points on 2. So he's got a couple points over Jacob Lees. Or exactly, he's tied with Jacob Lees. But this round, look at him, little hop and skip, kind of moving forward. That wasn't the one you would want in the finals here, at least that trip. First flight from Reno Rodeo Company, and you'll watch this replay. He starts out pretty nice, and he kind of shoots forward on him. Does a good job getting through it, but when you're trying to be 87, 88, I don't know if that's going to be the horse you want. Right here, sets up, good kick. Now watch this, right in here. See that little hop and skip, kind of jumps forward, then he kind of picks it up here at the end, but that did not help, 81.5.
That'll leave him back in the pack, and you get down now to the top 4 or 5 guys that have been so good over the first couple of rounds here in Reno. We talked about Jess Pope a lot kicking off this show. Jess is 13th in the world standings, so he's a little bit off the pace, but this is the time of year you see these world champions like Jess Pope. The experience starts to come out, and They'll make up ground in a hurry.
Yeah, you see guys like Jess or guys like Zeke Thurston. Zeke's down there 14th in the world, somewhere in there. And he was the same place last year, and all of a sudden they just turn burners on. They know the next 10 days, and really the next 2 months of this rodeo season, this is where you make or break world titles. Pope knows that. Land of Fancy, this is a really good chance for Jess.
And they never panic, those veterans guys like that have those world championships. And when you know that Steiner and Shala, they're going to be out for a while, you need to put as much distance between yourself and them as you possibly can.
Well, he's wanting this horse just to step forward just a little bit. A lot of guys that may get in their head right here doing this. Jess Pope, he's too much of a cowboy. All right, mark out's perfect. Big, long jumps. Sets up, keep kicking, make that circle, Jess. Finish it right here. He's a little behind. You can see his feet kind of losing a little leverage. As that horse made that circle, the judges may dock him a point maybe from that. We'll see what they do. Matt Twitchell moving in there with Shear, trying to get him off in good shape. All right, now watch his feet, because this is going to tell the story. Right here, no problem. He is in command of the ride. Now, right here, as he comes around the corner, you can see that horse rolled him into his hand. He corrected, got squared. There's another one. He got into his hand a little, lost his leverage on his outside foot. Those were 2 little mistakes, probably cost him taking the lead.
86 and a half.
Well, that should move him into the lead in the average.
Yeah, it does, by 2.5 points. So Jess Pope now sits in the top spot. Jaco Roper, Carson Hildre, Kade Sonnier, the final 3 Cowboys to go here in Reno. Jaco Roper came in tied with Jess Pope, 168 on 2. So he's going to have 86 and a half or better to tie for the lead.
Yeah, Jaco, he's having a really good year. We've talked about him. He's been in the national finals a couple times, but Jaco, he looks so confident this year. He's riding good. His rigging looks good, unforgiven. This little horse gets it on right there. A lot of jumps coming. Pretty fast right here, finishing strong. Boy, what a great spur ride. I mean, he absolutely owned the ride. The horse, I'm going to leave it up to the judges on this one. He may have been a point or 2 less than some of those better ones. But boy, Jaco looks like he's right in the groove, especially at this time of the season. This is the way you want to be riding. You're not waiting for things to happen. Missed his target right there. I didn't see that the first jump. Kind of spurred over his neck. That's why maybe he's 84 points. Still should move him up in that average. Pretty good.
3-way tie for second for Jaco Roper. He's in there with Dudney and Jacob Lees. Jess Pope still on top, 254 and a half. He is your leader. Boy, now you get down to Carson Hildre and Kade Sonnier, the top 2 guys coming in. Hildre had about a half-point lead over Jess Pope and Jaco Roper. Touched on the fact that you had the college national championship, just won. He's got a lot of momentum, and he's got maybe the coolest horse in this championship round.
Yeah, Mustard. He should have fun on Mustard. Hopefully Mustard stays kicking through 8 seconds. Sometimes this horse will taper off just a little bit. Still really good to ride, but Carson, just coming off that big win in the college national finals, his enthusiasm is right where it needs to be. His confidence is right where it needs to be as well going into this 4th of July run and getting on Mustard. Can he do it? I like his style. Big, long legs. Here we go. Mustard. This looks great. Keep it up. Now watch the kick. Is it still there? Maybe went away that last jump, maybe the last 2 jumps, but the spur ride, absolutely perfect. What a great young talent.
And I got to think Carson would not have traded horses with anybody in this championship round.
No.
I'll roll the dice and take my chances on Mustard.
Yeah, you could make a pretty good ride on Mustard. 83, maybe that kick went away a little earlier than I thought.
Yeah, that's not going to help him out at all. That's not going to get him in the top 4. So that leaves him well off the pace. They're going to wind up sitting in 5th place, and that leaves us to Kade Sonnier, who came in number 1, 5-point lead, matched up with Colt 45, and Kade Sonnier is trying to finish things off here in Reno and get that early momentum heading into this Cowboy Christmas.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be in the high 80s. He doesn't even need to be in the mid 80s. He just needs to land in there somewhere in 80. And he knows it. Colt 45, this horse, this is one of those that if you were Kade Sonnier, you might have wanted to stay away from going in with such a big lead. He's going to have his workout cut out for him. But he is riding with such confidence. At the national finals, he had such a good NFR. This guy, he is right where he wants to be. He comes in 18th in the world. He's $7,000 out of 15th. He could make all that up in one ride right here. He's going to pay $9,500 just to win the average.
81.5 or better. That's all he needs.
Placed in both of the first rounds, 1 second in each round. I mean, he's having a good Reno rodeo, Jeff.
He had a great NFR. He finished in the top 5 in the world standings. He was 4th when the dust settled a year ago. So that's pretty good momentum coming into the new year. The best year that Kade's put together, the best season he's put together in his career.
See him working that glove back in there. You know, it's funny when you go from where Kade's from, Louisiana and that country, out here to the west, it's a little different there. You know, your glove, it feels a little loose in there. All right, Sonnier, keep it up. This horse has got some drop. Finish it right here in front of the judges. I think that's all he needs right there. Boy, he's impressive. He's already won about $9,600. The go-around's going to pay $3,800, nearly $4,000. And the average will pay another $9,600. Oh, yeah, there's our winner right there. And look at this. I mean, he's going to place in the short round, pick up a little bit of a check, but he's going to win another $10,000 in the average. So he's going to win over $20,000 tonight here at Reno, and he's going to get the coolest pair of spurs that he's ever won yet. Oh, man, that is so good for Kade.
Yeah, he's going to split second place in terms of the round, wins it all by a mile. 260.5 on 3 for Kade Sonnier, setting the pace for what could be a big Cowboy Christmas run for him. You talked about how much money he won. He came in at 18th in the world standings. Pretty sure he's safely in the top 15 right now.
Yeah, he's pretty deep right now, and he's already had a good 4th of July. If that's the only thing he wins, I mean, that's a heck of a roll at Reno, and you watch. It's going to be exciting when we get to Calgary and see how much money he totals up in the next 10 days.
Let's get to Sierra Spratt and have a chance to visit with our winner.
All right, it was the last Cowboy out. You knew exactly what you needed to do, but with this matchup, Colt 45, what was it about this horse that allowed you to really show off and come out on top?
Yeah, you know, earlier this year in San Diego, I saw R.C. Lanningham get on that horse, and he won the rodeo there. And, you know, I knew when I got the draw that I had a really good chance. I knew he was going to be super strong, and he was all there. But, you know, days like today are what we dream of. Be able to get on good bucking horses and good rodeos. The good Lord's been good to me, and I'm blessed.
No doubt you're eyeing another NFR qualification and a gold buckle. How important is it to capitalize on big rodeos like Reno?
Yeah, you know, it's huge. We just take it one day at a time, you know, one jump at a time. This sport's very humbling. It can get overwhelming pretty quick. You got to have a great support system behind you to keep you mentally sharp and keep you physically sharp, and I'm pretty blessed to have that.
Congratulations, Kade.
Thank you.
Your champion of the bareback riding tonight, Kade Sonnier.
We're talking about the Spurs, and there's a good look at those Reno Spurs right there. And that says, I'm the champion. Of course, Kade Sonnier picking up the bareback riding Spurs for this evening. But that's you get a lot of buckles throughout your career, but that's pretty unique right there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. When they started giving those Spurs at Reno, and they've done it for so many years now, you put those on the wall, you know you've done something.
Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful as we get set for steer wrestling. And, you know, Tyler Wagaspak coming in. He's number 1 in the world, chasing another world championship. And, you know, we talked about Wags at the top of the show. He's not necessarily just chasing a world championship. He's chasing history. He's made it clear he wants to be the most decorated steer wrestler of all time.
Yeah, and he's moving in that direction. He's looking so consistent this year, having a great season. Wagaspak right now, he trails Dalton Massey by about 0.3 of a second. So it's going to be a true shootout. Mostly, that's what we always see in steer wrestling. But Wagaspak is so dangerous no matter where he shows up. So is this guy.
Yeah, Dalton Massey's made 2 trips to the National Finals Rodeo. Both times he's come in number 1 in the world. He's just never been able to leave there with that gold buckle.
No, and then he went through some shoulder surgery, kind of just missed making the NFR a year ago, you know, so he had to sit home and watch it. Once you've been there, you don't want to sit home and watch it ever again. And Dalton, it built a fire in him, and he has been having a great year, especially the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, and if you're going to computer generate a steer wrestler, Dalton Massey just has that frame, has that cattiness, he has that athleticism. He's built to win a world title.
You're absolutely right. In fact, when you watch Tyler Wagaspak finish steers, he's so strong. Dalton Massey's the same thing. His finish is amazing, and that's why he can win so much.
Bridger Anderson, by the way, he's pretty tall, able to kind of do the similar type things. He comes in right there, just outside of the lead in terms of the average. Grant Peterson's going to be the first Cowboy that we get a chance to watch. Coming in from Livermore, California.
All right, he's going to set the pace. This is the deal. There's about a second and a half separates all the field of steer wrestlers. So you don't want to make a mistake. Don't break the barrier. Don't be late. Here we go. Oh, that steer kind of moved away, got behind the hazer, and he's going to have a trouble. Finish it right here. That's not how he wanted to be the first guy.
9-4.
Another look at it. See how that steer kind of set up and kind of moved out behind the hazer? I mean, that hazing is the toughest job in the world, because if you're not up there, they'll try to outrun you. If you get up there too far, they're either going to set up and try to jump out behind you. You can see a little bad luck right off the bat.
So you touched on, you got about 1.2 seconds separating all the final qualifiers. In steer wrestling terms, is that close? Is that spaced out?
That's pretty close. You know, the thing about it, they're going to bring the best steers back. They're going to bring the steers that all these guys competed on. So each guy competed on two steers. They're going to bring them back, and that's what you're going to have to run. All right, Big Mike McGinn. He's having a great year.
He was a story for us at the end of the regular season last year. So disappointing. Wound up 16th in the final world standings.
Well, he took care of business. All right, Mike, quick catch right here. Here it comes. Finish. Yeah, 3-7. That's going to tie the fastest run of the week if he got out, and I think he did. Holy cow. Mike McGinn, what a way to start his fourth. Here he comes. And what a good steer. That's what I'm talking about. That's how tight this is. So McGinn kind of came in the middle of the pack. He was 9-9.
Yeah, he was 1.1 seconds behind. So what I was kind of getting to, you can go from worst to first. You're that close if you put that kind of a run together. So, yeah, Mason Couch should be next to go. Missouri Cowboy. He also comes in 9.8 on 2 for Mason.
All right, Mason. Here's another start. He's down the arena just a little bit. That steer's kind of moved up under him, so he had to ride through the hole to get his feet on the ground, and tips him over down the arena. 8 flat. Puts him in there at 17-8.
Going to wind up well off the pace.
Yeah, before it's all said and done, you can see just kind of that head catch was tough. His horse, that steer got up under him, and you have to wait until your horse clears that steer. They usually, when you make your transition down a steer's back, he finishes the run, but your horse will take a step. He'll change leads and take a step off to the left, and that clears things for your feet to land a little quicker. But when they're up under, you can't do it. All right, Caden Grainfield. Boy, remember this name, because we're going to see a lot of Caden.
Needs a 3-6 to move to the lead. That's how tough Mike McGinn has made things.
Yeah, and Caden, his dad, Sean, ran at so many world titles through the decade of the 90s, and now his son Caden's right here in the middle of it. Number 33 in the world, but that's a pretty good spot this time of year. Going to reset his horse in the corner. What a great young talent. 3-7 now, leading the round. Mike McGinn, Greenfield. All right, he's through the hole. Here it comes. Big, strong finish like his dad. 4-4. He'll take that. He was tied with Mike 9-9 on 2, so put a 4.4 beside it. It's going to move into second place.
Solidly in there at second.
Yeah, 14-3, but you know, he's just getting started in a young rodeo career, and he's going to be around for a while.
Yeah, just 25 years of age. Gavin Swallow ready to go. Bunkie, Louisiana. He also comes in working on a 9-9 on 2. So you look at Mike McGinn's 3-7. He's going to have a 3-6 to move to the top of the leaderboard.
Went to his first NFR a year ago. In fact, he and Mike McGinn fought it out right to the last second. Here we go. Swallow. He's going to fight it out again. Legs under him. He's got to come out. 5-7. So let me explain that. Anytime a steer lands on his side, all the legs have to be out from under him, or they're going to hold the flag till he clears. Right there. Of course, that's super slow motion, but it still probably took a second and a half to do that.
Yeah, it probably felt to him like that.
An hour and a half.
Yeah, it took that long. You're losing some valuable time when that's going on. Peter Haas ready to go. He came in 9-7 on 2, so that gives him a little bit of working room.
Yeah, 0.2 of a second. Haas, he backs in there. We just watched him the other day at Driggs, Idaho, pick up a good check there. It's another, you know, you see this young talent come along, You can tell they're pretty new to the game because they don't have many sponsors on their shirts, but that doesn't mean they're not good. All right, ooh, this is a quick catch. Slide him, finish it. Oh, the steer gets wide. Now he's going to get away. Flip that inside horn, finally off horns him. I thought he was going to move into second place. Really good right there with that run.
Yeah, 9 and 7.
Tore his shirt clear off him. 9-7, 19 and 4. Right here, this looks good. This steer's strong, you can tell. And that's the thing about it. These guys bring both their steers into what they draw into the finals. So they may have had a 3-7 on one and then really made a great run on a strong one like that steer. And with 6 flat, made it into the finals. Well, all those steers go into a hat and you draw. So, boy, you can draw yourself out of it pretty quickly.
That's a serious wardrobe malfunction there.
Yeah, yeah.
Tristan Martin will be next to go. He comes in 9 and 1 for him on 2, so a little more doable for him. He needs a 4-4 or quicker to move to the top spot. 3-7 from Mike McGinn. That might hold up as the fastest time in this championship round.
Well, one thing about it, it looks pretty sharp right now. Tristan Martin, though, can change things. He's $2,000 out of 15th right now. He's 18th in the world. Comes in right in the middle of the pack, 4th and 5th, with a 9 and 1, splitting it with Wagaspack. Okay, steer kind of waits for him right there. Big finish, 4 and 1. That might have got McGinn because he had 0.2 of a second on him.
Yeah, it's going to get him.
That moves Mike McGinn to second place. Tristan Martin comes in with a big run.
So that 4 and 1 is going to give him a total time of 13 and 2 on 3. A little bit of separation from Mike McGinn. Boy, the key is just to keep the heat on these last 3 guys that are going.
I've got a world champion.
All right. You always watch this guy when he goes. J.D. Struxness. I talked about how strong a finish, how strong the guys were. Dalton Massey, Tyler Wagaspack, of course, Tristan Martin, big finish. J.D. Struxness, he's an animal. I mean, he is so strong and so athletic. He comes in 9.7, so he's 0.6 of a second behind Tristan Martin.
World champion in 2024, closing in on $2 million in his career earnings.
He's on the far side.
Boy, he's won a lot of money on this little gray horse. He just started riding him this year. Here we go. Boom! Right there, 3-9. Oh, he got the barrier. He clipped the barrier. Just, you can see, just left that corner just a hair. There's the barrier that breaks off the horse's chest, and there's the steer with the neck rope breaking off after that. So 10-second penalty for JD cost him moving into second place.
Yeah, it would have been second in the round and way out front in terms of the average. Bridger Anderson now. Carrington, North Dakota. Bridger kind of riding in. He's 13 in the world standings, trying to make it to his 4th national final.
Yeah, he comes in second place right behind Dalton. 8.9 on 2 steers, tied with Trace Harris. So a big chance here. He was 0.3 of a second, or excuse me, 0.2 of a second ahead of Tristan Martin. So, you know, he needs a pretty good run right here, and he's going to get it. Anderson goes with a 4 and 5. I don't know if that got him. May have moved him into second place, though.
Yeah, he's going to miss taking the lead in the average by about 0.2 of a second.
Boy, that looked quick, but you could see that steer got a little wide. Just a little hesitation before he went on his side. 4-5's going to put him into second, though, at 13 and 4.
Tough top 3 right there. Tristan Martin, Bridger Anderson, Mike McGinn.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get the spurs, and we knew it would be this way.
Yeah, but you still got Wagaspack and Dalton Massey. They're all still yet to go, so Wag should be the next guy to hit it. What a resume for Tyler Wagaspack. 11 times to the NFR, 5 world championships, $2.6 million in his career. Kind of an off year for him last year. He finished 11th in the world standings.
Yeah, he's won $110,000 already this year. Oh, nope, we're going to Dalton Massey. Check that.
No,
that is Whack.
That's
okay,
tough.
all right. Yeah, he's got 110,001. He's number 1 in the world. Comes in with a 9-1 on 2 steers. So he's a couple tenths of a second behind Bridger. And tied with Tristan Martin. So Martin, they put him in there at 4 flat to take the lead. Here we go, Wagaspack. Low-headed steer, I was just gonna say, oh my goodness. Watch this steer when he leaves and watch where his head position is. It is almost impossible to slide up this steer. He's got a little hump in his back right there. Just shoots him right over the front. Oh man, Wagaspack goes out with a no time.
You don't see that very often, but man, you touched on it.
I'd have lost the ranch, but that steer.
He had some tricks.
He's a little baby buffalo with a low head.
He was.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he was. I don't think he's Tyler's favorite.
Not now.
No. Tristan Martin still in control, 13-2 on 3.
Yeah, let's go to Trace Harris now.
4-2 or quicker, we'll move him into the top spot.
Yeah, split round 1 with a 3-9 with Dalton Massey. So Trace, he's going to back in there, 8-9 on 2 steers. He's got a great chance now to get ahead of Tristan. 3-9 could do it. Here we go. Steer steps under him. He had to kind of fight through it, and he goes out with a no time.
Wow. And that helps Bridger Anderson and Mike McGinn.
See how that steer stepped under him and then set up. You know, you can tell his hips were not in the hole. It happened so fast. His transition was just a hair late. So Trace, he's going to win $6,500 here, but this is where you can capitalize in these finals. With one guy left, Tristan Martin has made a big move.
Yeah, and that has really helped. And Bridger Anderson and Mike McGinn, two
Yeah,
of those guys
no
going
kidding.
out. Their paycheck here got a little bit bigger with those two guys getting bumped. But here comes Dalton Massey, 2 trips to the NFR. He's been #1 in the world every time he's arrived in Las Vegas. Just has not been able to leave there.
Here it comes, there it goes.
Wow.
Massey, 4-4. Is that enough? It's going to be close. That's going to put him in there at a tie for the. They're going to get a spur apiece. But what a big finish for Dalton right here. And that's the finish I'm talking about. He is so good. His timing is so good. Dalton Massey and Tristan Martin. Man, what a finish. And Mike McGinn picks up a big check as well.
Yeah, and how about Mike McGinn moving up from the back of the pack with that 3-7 in the championship round? Martin and Massey split at 13-2 on 3 for both of those guys. Bridger Anderson in there right behind them, and then it's Mike McGinn, and you touched on Caden Greenfield. Cowboy, you want to keep your eye on coming up. You saw the world champions basically come up a little bit short. Struckness and Wagaspack. No time in the championship round. Here's Sierra.
Well, we see steer wrestlers cheering each other on all the time, and it was no different here. You guys tied for the win, and I'm sure you're both equally as excited for each other as you are for yourself.
Yeah, what a great rodeo, and what a great way to start the summer, and yeah.
Tristan, that horse that you're on was definitely had a busy night, that mare Shelby. How important is that team to come together and do things like this?
I mean, yeah, as you see, she helped a lot of guys tonight, win a lot of money, and if it wasn't for good horses, we wouldn't be able to do it. And I just thank Brent and Walt Arnold for letting me take that mare this summer, and she's been great.
Congratulations to both of you guys.
Thank you.
Your co-champions in the steer wrestling, Tristan Martin and Dalton Massey.
Arviso and Lord, they have the lead coming in, 9-9 on 2, but there's Ward and Long right behind them. It's going to be fun to see exactly what happens. And here's a look at these guys. Got a little bit new on the scene in terms of James Arviso, Levi Lord, one of the best healers in the business. This team is becoming pretty formidable.
Yeah, they're pretty formidable here at Reno for sure. They're 9-9 on 2 steers. I mean, they are so tough, and you look at these guys. Right there, Levi Lord. I mean, he's such a cowboy. But these guys right here will have a little something to say about it. Andrew Ward, Jake Long. They can be as fast as anybody. This whole team roping bunch, they can be crazy fast.
Yeah, won Reno a couple of years ago, and of course the world champions last December. It was great to see Jake Long win that world championship. Knocked on the door a bunch and was finally able to nail down that gold buckle. And of course, that is so hard to do. Wind up getting that championship. And for me, I'd like to just be as tall as Wyatt Bray. I think he's 6'10". Of course, his brother Peyton Bray's won the average at the NFR with Eric Rogers back in 2020. But Wyatt, he doesn't even need a long rope. He's got a wingspan right there. He can get you.
Well, they always ask, why do you ride such little horses? They're not little. They're real big. Each is huge.
He is absolutely huge.
All right, Wyatt, you're going to be your captain right here. Sets it up. Good look right there. Chris Young.
Going to wind up at the time of 5-2. So that will set the early pace. They're 17 flat on 3.
They'll take that. You see Chris right there waiting for that steer to clear. He was ready to blast one. 5-2. That's a good run. The quickest run we've seen, though, 3-7. Holy cow. Preston Burgess, Joseph Shanago. No luck to follow that first run.
There's one thing I've learned about my first year at the Reno Rodeo. These fans
Down the arena a little bit, could not quite fish it on.
You know, and that's it. That's what, like a 5-2 in front of you. Then all of a sudden that changes everybody's thought. That's the first team that went. Now there's no safe. You got to push the bear. You got to go at the go around. You got to maybe make a mistake to win. It forces everybody to step up and play the game. These two guys play it better than anybody.
Here comes a couple Cowboys. You got Derek McGay and Coulter Todd as they get set. I could sit and watch these guys rope all day.
Yeah, me too. Of course, Coulter Todd, he went to the finals in 06 and 08. Then he just kind of went away. Derek went and found him. He's all dusty in a closet, and he took him back out on the road, and they won the average at the finals. I mean, this is a wicked team of two of the best Cowboys in the business.
Pasture roping, team
It
roping,
doesn't matter.
you name
Yeah,
it.
no.
My money's on them every time.
If they could rope zebras, they'd be the first two to enter. All right, Derek right there. He is something else.
Might be sponsored by Quanta.
Here we go. That steer's out in front of him. Big reach by McGay.
6 and 8.
Watch it from this angle now. Watch this. Didn't look as far. Boy, you can see from above. That was a long reach, but Derek gets up there, and of course, Coulter Todd finishes it right there at the corner, 6.8.
Going to leave them well behind our leaders.
Yeah,
Wyatt Bray
18
and Chris
3.
Young.
I've ridden Joseph Shanago's horses, the best horse I've ever ridden. The pressure is what makes this team into the team they are. Brand new for 2026.
There's Wesley Thorpe on that healing side. 3 world championships for him.
Talk about shoot one out there. Holy cow. That's just fun for Wesley Thorpe, one like that. But watch this. I mean, he reaches, gets it on him, and then Wesley Thorpe, big shot right there. That wasn't the best steer to heel. He was hopping, bucking, not great timing. Doesn't matter. He just nailed him. 5.6, that should put them in the lead.
Yeah, it should move them to the top.
No, second place. It's
Yep.
10th of a second behind.
Throw Corey Kidd, Carson Johnson there next to go. 5-6 or quicker for them to move to the lead.
Yeah, they come in 11-3. Of course, Corey, he's number 14 in the world right now. He's having a good season. Carson, he's just out, or he's number 17. Good run, 5 flat. I know that's going to take him to the lead.
Absolutely. Fastest time that we have seen.
16-3.
Yeah.
Boy, watch this. I mean, that's a great job by the header, too. He had to get him out of there in a hurry.
Yeah, 0.7 of a second in front of everybody else. Cutter Machado, Dalton Pierce.
Yeah, they came in with a tie. They were tied with Corey Kidd and Carson Johnson, who just took the lead. So it's pretty simple. They need to be 4-9 now to get it from them.
Gotta love anything in the 4s for these guys.
Yeah, Machado, he's going to set the run up. Good catch. Finish it. Oh. No time.
That is going to be a no time.
Another look at it. It looked like he had a decent shot, too. Sets that steer up. Maybe was a little inside on the corner, but he had to go off on him right there.
More than that.
Hey, look at great resumes. This team has a great resume.
Yeah, don't they?
Yeah, Clint Summers and Jade Corkle. Jay won 3 straight world championships, 2012, 13, and 14. Summers just rock solid. He's won about $1.5 million in his career.
Yeah, Corkle, he's going to go over $3 million this year.
Dangerous on both sides of the box.
Boy, and they fit. All right. Summers sets it up. Now watch this. Corkle, whoa, puts a big old lake down. 6 flat. Smart run.
I put him tied for second with Wyatt Bray and Chris Young.
17 flat on 3. Boy, Jade Corkle, he's amazing. both those guys. That's a wicked team that they've teamed up with.
Eric Rogers, the world champion on the right, roping here with Corey Petska. Corey's been around a while. He's made 15 trips to the National Finals Rodeo, the first back in 2003. Not quite as decorated as his wife. Married to Sherry Serby. She's a 4-time barrel racing world champion.
Yeah, and Eric, he's been there 12 times, so you've added up. That's 27 trips these two guys have been to the NFR and about $5 million. So they know what winning's all about.
Be faster than a 5.3 to move to number 1 spot.
Eric trying to get his horse set in there. It's tough. This round's tough. 5 flat. He's winning it right now. All right, Petska. He's another one that's such a cowboy. Here we go, Corey. Quick corner, catch.
Heck yeah.
4.9.
That's going to move them to the lead in the average and in the round.
This was a heck of a run. Watch this. I mean, one jump and he's got him. Great run. 4.9.
Bit of a game changer.
Yeah, that puts them in the lead now. 15-8.
Curry Kirchner, Tanner Braden will be the next Cowboys. Might have heard Wayne say right there, we're down to our final 4 teams. And right now, Eric Rogers and Corey Petska have their hands around the spurs.
Yeah, look at Tanner Braden. He knows. They got to be 4-8 now to get the lead. He's just thinking his job. He's watching the steer, watching the header. Here we go. This steer's kind of out in front of him a little more. Here we go. Kirchner gets it off there. Braden, nice. I mean, I don't know where the head rope went. He must have been sliding some, but it all worked. Good run. They're not going to get the lead. They're going to get in deep in that average. Another look at it. Boy, these guys, this timing, these heaters are so talented.
That's going to leave them 3rd place in the average. Eric Rogers and Corey Petska still way out front of everybody else. Bry Kreitz, Ross Ashford.
Oh, that was a low-headed, slow steer. That's a tough one. On his defense, these are tough because that steer's dying off in front of him. And I mean, it is so hard. You got to have a little separation. You can't have one that slow and get out there and get him roped like that. You're leaving thinking you're gonna get a fast steer and get him out in front of you, and that steer died off. Little luck of the draw, no good.
Here's our world champions from last year. We got Andrew Ward and Jake Long.
Yeah, Jake Long won $225,000 at the NFR alone. Here we go, Jake. Let's see why you're world champ. Oh, slips a leg. 5-1 goes to 10-1. That would have went from first. Now maybe the top 6.
A very colorful shirt has kind of become his calling card too, hasn't it?
Well, why would you change? I mean, if you want a world title dress like that, don't change anything. You might not be superstitious, but he's not going to take any chances.
Now to James Arvizo, Levi Lord.
All right, they came in 9-9.
Yeah, they got 5-8 or quicker.
A second behind the leaders now. So they were 4-9. If these guys are 5-8, they're going to take the lead and win the rodeo. Arvizo having a great season. Oh, he let that steer out there a little ways. Okay, he's got him. Now Levi finish it, and he does. There it is.
5-1.
5-1. That's all they need, I'm sure. Boy, that's a pressure run. It's funny that look from overhead looks like those headers are reaching a long ways. From that angle, no, that was just a great steer and a great run. 5-1. Give them the spurs, boys.
Eric Rogers and Corey Petska, they had the fastest run in this championship round, 4.9 seconds. Not going to be good enough to hold on and get that win from them as Arvizo and Levi Lord, who came in number 1. They just take care of business. They make that dreaded businessman's run, and you can see they win by 0.8 of a second. They're going to pick up a whole lot of money. They're going to get the early momentum here in Reno as they head out to a very busy July, but Rogers and Petska kept it interesting. Those guys doing everything they could to maybe get the win here in Reno. And I think that Sierra's had a chance to corral our team roping champions.
James, I'm going to start with you because this is only your sophomore season in the PRCA. How excited are you to already be getting amazing titles like this?
Well, I just want to thank everyone for coming out and thank Levi for taking a chance on roping with me this year. And this has been a dream to win this rodeo my entire life.
Now, Levi, you guys came in with almost a second lead. How much does that play into your mind game when you are backing in the corner or you just roping your steer?
I think you just try to stay aggressive, especially with this group of guys and a great set of steers. We kind of knew it was going to be tough. Just tried to stick to our run, and he did a great job. Steer was good, and it worked out for us.
It definitely did. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you very much.
Your champions, James Arviso and Levi Lord in the team roping.
Here comes Ryder Wright, 19-year-old phenom.
Man, he's impressive, isn't he? He is so much fun to watch. Talk about style. Here comes the power. That was an amazing Bronc ride. Oh, wow. Look at that. Man, good start. Great ride by Zeke Thurston. Just 90 points on to win the go-around. Statler Wright, Statler Wright, Statler Wright. Oh, man, Zeke Thurston, that's cowboy stuff. Thurston, he is just taking over.
Well, I knew he had it in him. I just didn't know it could come this quick in his career.
And it looks like he may do it again. Ryder Wright. He's going to start out right where he left off a year ago.
I remember this forever.
Well, if you look at the last 10 world champions, there's a lot of very familiar names that are repeated in there. You can see Zeke Thurston in the run that he's had. Ryder Wright has had a pretty amazing run himself. Statler, Stetson have won world titles as well. But, you look at Ryder and Zeke, those are a couple of cage fighters right there.
It's unbelievable. You look at how dominating those guys are, and then you start thinking about guys like Damian Brennan or Cade Bruno or all those guys they got to beat to win those world titles. It's amazing how good they really are. They never seem to make mistakes when it really counts.
And, we've talked about it. We've seen a lot of great saddle bronc riders. Brody Kress has won 3 averages there. He's won everything, and it's crazy. But when you look at the very top, when you get up there, you have the Stetsons, the Zekes, the riders. It's hard to win that saddle bronc riding world championship.
And they have the wow factor. I mean, you watch those guys, and you're just amazed how good everybody rides. And then here comes Statler, or here comes Stetson, or here comes Ryder, or here comes Zeke, and it's like, oh my gosh, it just grabs you. And I think that's why in the right places at the right time, they are so dominating.
Yeah, and you look back, and I thought Canada had pretty much thrown the towel in. They'd stopped coming to the National Finals Rodeo. And Zeke Thurston really has kind of inspired the next generation of Canadian bronc riders, and they're darn good.
They are darn good. And, there's a couple more we haven't seen yet that I've noticed. There's probably 10 young Canadian bronc riders, counting Zeke and those guys. Of course, there's 10 bronc riders out of Canada now that could all end up at the NFR the same year. That's how good they are.
Yeah, I want to see a Wrights versus
That'd
Canadians
be pretty good.
Saddle bronc riding, and maybe Australia, because the Aussies are getting a little tougher too.
7 Canadians, 7 of the Wrights, and then we'll throw Damian Brennan in there just for kicks.
And Damian, he's been to the national finals, ranked #1 in the world coming in. Hasn't been able to win that world championship, but I don't know how much longer those guys are going to be able to hold this guy off.
No, he's always in the conversation, and he too, much like them, he's got the wow factor, and he never hardly makes any mistakes and gets bucked off. So, and that's what it takes, because there's so many guys and so many great horses. We're going to see what happens tonight. We're loaded as far as talent.
Who's got the edge here on the Bronc side of things?
Well, you look down through there. I really like Yeti Rambler with young Waitley Sharon. There's 2 guys in there that haven't made the NFR yet. That's Waitley Sharon. He was a rookie last year, and Coleman Schalbetter. He was a rookie last year. That's the only reason. Everybody else has been to the NFR. Hugh Taylor, he is on fire. He's won over 32,000 just in the month of June.
Yeah, that's a pretty good wave of momentum to carry into the Cowboy Christmas run. There's a look at the leaders. You got Zeke Thurston sitting there in the top spot, 173.5 on 2. There you can put a slip a piece of paper between Zeke and Ryder, just a half point separating them at the top, and I wouldn't count out Cade Bruno either, because Cade has those kind of skills.
Yeah,
he can get a win here. So you touched on Waitley Sharon, Colorado Cowboy. He's going to be the first guy to roll.
Yeah, Yeti Rambler. This is the horse I talked about. This is a really good saddle bronc horse for young Waitley.
Come on.
Waitley showed up last year. Schalbetter showed up. I mean, these 2 guys, they're both from Colorado, and they are so talented. Schalbetter, he was kind of like Hayden Welsh did in the bull riding. He had enough money. He would have made it the NFR, but he never bought his card. He just kept it on a permit. So this is his first real full time on a card. So we'll see. All right, just like all the other events, you want to ring the bell if you're the first guy out of the chute. You go back to the go-arounds, 87 points. There were 4 of those guys. Won the first go-around, 89. This guy won second round with 89 points. So Whately, he's already picked up a big check here at Reno from that second go-around win. All right, they're going to just reset it. Everything's the same. He's got to spur him out, hold his feet, and he did. All right, Whately Sharon. Oh, boy, look at this. Look how hard he's setting his feet. Good drag back. Great ride to start it off. Whoa. Nice little pirouette. Didn't stick the landing. Boy, oh, boy, what a talented bunch of bronc riders. And you can see he snapped his neck right there. That was just because he wanted to spur that horse out and really set this up. And he did. 86.5 points for Whately. So you add up, he was 167 on 2. That's going to put him in the lead now. 253.5 on 2 Broncs. That's an early lead.
Pretty good way to start it off at 86.5 if you're trying to make a little bit of a move from the back of the pack. That's a scary group that sitting at the top of the leaderboard. Colby Wanchuk getting set to go. We talked about the Canadian talent that's here. 3 trips to the NFR. Finished 19th in the world last year. Just missed out on that trip to Las Vegas.
Yeah, he comes in a couple points ahead of Whately Sharon, so he's got 2 points he's working with. Major Huckleberry, though, this horse is all there. This one will buck you off if you stub your toe. I like this matchup because Wanchuk, I like the way he rides, and I especially like the way he rides horses like this. Number 10 in the world standings right now. So Colby's having a good season. This horse has got some drops, some power. Colby Wanchuk, keep your chin down and finish. He's working at it. Great bronc ride. I don't know if the judges are going to really see it like I saw it, because I've seen this horse a lot, and he will make you wear it if you don't beat him to the ground every jump.
He's as big as the some of the horses we'll see a little bit later on, pulling the wagons and the carriages.
Pickup men kind of picking things up. All right, Colby, good mark out. Here he comes. Now watch his neck. It's going to snap there. It's going to snap there. That means that there is a lot of power coming from Major Huckleberry. He handled it good. 84.5. I believe that's going to tie him for the lead.
No, he
got it by a half a point.
Yeah, just a half point moves to the top. Not a whole lot of wiggle room between him and Whately Sharon.
But let me tell you what he did just a few weeks ago. Nashville, Tennessee. Music City Rodeo.
Getting set now. There's Shorty.
Yeah.
California Dream from Reno Rodeo.
Yeah, this is a nice one here. And Shorty Garrett, you know, he's got one NFR under his belt, but there's no reason he doesn't have 5 or 6. But the way he's riding this year, and I've been watching him from Denver all the way through, you and I have, he is riding really, really good. I mean, really good. Good mark out. All right, Shorty Garrett, do what you've been doing all year long. He comes in 14th in the world standings. Pretty bronc ride by Garrett. Comes in a tie with Colby Wanchuk, 169.5, so he needs to be 85 or better to take the lead away from Colby.
You know, we talked about the rides in Utah. We talked about those Canadian bronc riders. South Dakota is pretty good bronc rider state in its own right.
Yeah, it has been forever. I mean, they do breed some great bronc riders up there. That's kind of the sport in rodeo from South Dakota. Big ride right there. I really like Shorty Garrett's riding this year. He is looking so strong.
The judges like it too.
Good.
88.5 for him, and he's going to vault to a 4-point lead early on here in Reno. Got the lead, and the average has the lead in the round. We shift back to the Canada side of things. Here comes Ben Anderson. Wanchuk, Ben Anderson, the Hay Boys, Zeke Thurston. Kind of like the Wright family there. They hunt in packs for the most part.
They do. They're like killer whales. We'll call them killer whales.
Got a pack of wolves, and you got some killer whales.
You know, Ben Anderson, he took a little time off, got married, did some things. Now he's back. Number 16 in the world, 3,000 out of 15th, and he has been doing a good job of riding like this. Oh, man, we may see a new leader. Ben Anderson, that was a good job, and that was tough. Kingley's Delight. That horse has got some drop. I mean, if Ben would have stepped his toe anywhere in about 5 seconds, I don't know if it would have finished that good. Look at this horse's head come up right at him. He does such a good job keeping the slack out of his rein. That gives him leverage on his feet to feed him up there. You bet. Anderson goes to the lead, 88.5.
Back-to-back 88.5s. And then by a half a point, he moves to the top spot. Actually, I think he's going to miss it. He's going to wind up a half point behind Shorty.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he was
Shorty's going to
couple points behind.
Yeah, Shorty's going to hold on to that top spot.
Yeah, 257.5 for Ben. Boy, what a great ride, though. Takes the lead at least in the short go. That could be another 4,000. But there's so many great ones coming. We're a long ways from figuring out a winner here.
Yeah, and you talked about Q Taylor. He's got a lot of momentum. He's won a lot of money in the month of June.
Yeah, I'm a big Q Taylor fan. I really am. I think he rides so fundamentally perfect. And he's ridden this way, a long time. Finally made the NFR for the first time last year, but his talent is so real. Q sliding in on their flood tide. Another Rossler Rodeo horse that's been to the NFR. This could be good. This horse is pretty fun. Big rare. Q just holds his feet, gets things going. Now just spinning. The hard part's done. Just make it look pretty, Q. Flood tide. Oh, what a nice Bronc that horse has been. Gets the head right on the ground. Good timing. Straight across the pin. I mean, if you ride as good as any one of these guys in the finals and you draw this horse, you're more nervous screwing them up than you are getting to the whistle, because there is so good to ride.
The judges like 88.5.
Well, that's good.
And for Q Taylor, that's going to tie him for the lead with Shorty Garrett. Ben Anderson now a half point behind them, all alone in third place. There's a look at the leaderboard.
258.
88.5, 88.5, 88.5. We'll see if we can break that trend right here with your reigning world champion in Statler Wright. There was a lot happened at the National Finals Rodeo last year. And of course, there usually does, but you had Stetson, who basically wound up missing out of the average, kind of took him out of the world championship talk. Ryder Wright had the edge for a while. Zeke Thurston had the edge for a while, and when it ended, Statler Wright had won his first world championship.
Wasn't amazing? And when you looked at the world standings, I think the Wrights were 1, 2, 3, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
Ryder and Stetson, and of course Statler won the world title. He rode so well, and he's riding good this year. He's 18th in the world. That's a little misleading.
He won the world title and the average. He won $455,000 for the season, $274 at the NFR.
Not a bad week, but he's in trouble. All right, now he's back under things. But he had a little trouble right out of there. I don't know what the judges are going to do. I think that horse maybe scooted some rein through his hand. He was a little up out of his saddle, more so than you usually see him. But he had to work for it right there on Good Time Nick. Now it's up to the judges. What are we going to do?
No, we're not going to see an 88.5.
I don't think so. Another look at it. Good mark out. Watch this. I mean, he is just he's chasing him right there, and then he gets ahead of him. 84.5 for Statler.
Puts him in fourth place. 255 on 3.
Yeah, the crowd didn't like it, but I think that was probably the right call. Statler, 255 on 3.
Matt Merritt working his way to the middle of the arena. There's a look at the leaderboard. Tied. Q Taylor, Shorty Garrett, both stuck at 258. The guys that had the lead coming in, they are all still yet to ride.
Crowd's still not happy.
Seems like Matt's the pitch man right now for them. So
when the crowd's booing, it's like, bring in Matt, bring in Matt.
Calm him down.
Make him look away a minute.
Damian Brennan's coming up, and we talked about Damian. He's got a lot going on in the final month of the regular season. He needs to make a whole lot up right here in this run in July and August.
Yeah, Brennan. He's number 6 in the world, so he's in a great spot.
His wife's expecting he's going to have to go back in that month of September. And there's so much money on the line anymore. It's crazy. You have the Governor's Cup at the end of September. You and I'll be there for that. That's a game changer for the Cowboys and Cowgirls that are trying to finish the regular season in that top 15.
Yeah, that's not a month you want to be gone.
No.
And, He's trying to get all his credentials back in order as far as being an Australian up here on a visa. He's kind of got to get that squared around. And I understand he's not going to Calgary because of that either. So he's going to have to go to work. But there's plenty of ways to make a lot of money for a guy that rides this good. Brennan, get down from Flying U. Now, I like his, a little different style than some of the guys. He's going to get way back, lean way back in his saddle. It's really classy. See Shorty Garrett there helping him. Damien, boy, he comes down there. This guy's a true cowboy. He can cowboy with anybody, anywhere. They're way out in the middle of the, what do they call it, the outback down there.
Yeah. Cowboy
on a
Plus
big
app.
ranch.
Cowboy Plus app. You can have the arena feed, but not to cut you off. It's hardcore cowboy country down there.
Yeah, it is. There are a lot of things that'll kill you.
It's a long way
a lot of big bugs.
Yeah. A lot of mean snakes.
And mean snakes and bad birds, crocodiles that'll eat you and your horse all at the same bout.
And we haven't even gotten to the great white sharks, so.
All right, let's quit and let's talk about Broncs. Brennan.
They'll kill you too.
He comes in 171 on 2. He's a half a point ahead of Statler and a half a point ahead of Q Taylor. Here we go. Big jumps. All right, Damo. See how he's leaning back. Oh, this looks so stylish. Feet way in the neck. Keep it up. Big finish. Good Bronc ride. We'll see if they can get off that 88.5, maybe get to 89. Damian Brennan steps off like nothing to it.
Pretty good boost to your summer. You get a win here in Reno.
Boy, how stylish is this? Good mark out, and then, boy, just lifts on that rein. See how he just gets back. Feet way in the neck, way ahead of the horse before he lands. 86.5. Going to put him in the top 4. Third, to be exact.
Tied for third with Ben Anderson. Q Taylor still has the lead, 258, along with Shorty Garrett. We move right to Zach Dallas. We talked about the youth movement in bareback riding. Zach's one of those young guys on the saddle bronc riding side of things. Already been to 2 NFRs, 17th in the world standings. Time for him to make a move.
Yeah, 5,000 out of 15. So Zach, he needs to do it. Boy, talk about aggressive. This is offense right here. Chin down, looking straight down his rein. Not sure what they're going to mark the horse. Comes from Western Rodeo. Kabbalah Diablo.
Yeah, and really, we talked about the star power that we have in saddle bronc riding, and it's so dominant with the Ryder Wrights, and Zeke Thurston, but this is a kid here that's starting to stand out.
Yeah, and it really stood out that second jump. That horse brought him forward pretty hard, and then he just got under everything and owned him. 87 points. Zach Dallas.
Part of a 3-way tie for first.
Yeah, moves to first with a tie. He'll take a tie. Who cares? Split those spurs. Give it to 2 of the other guys. Take the 20 grand plus. You're going to win.
Exactly. So 258's on top. Q Taylor, Shorty Garrett, and Zach Dallas. We'll see if somebody can break the tie. We have Coleman Schallbetter still yet to go. Cade Bruno, and then, of course, Ryder Wright and Zeke Thurston, the world champions, who will wrap up this championship round here in Reno. So if you have the lead now at 258, I wouldn't get all that comfortable that that's your spot.
No, not at all. Don't call anybody and brag about being first. Nothing. Don't even watch, because it's not going to be easy yet. Starting with this boy.
You don't need to be practicing your interview speech with Sierra.
No.
You're not quite there yet.
No, you don't even want her near you. It's like, get away from me. I'm not even going to stand by you. Schallbetter.
How does he fit in with this new wave of young bronc riders?
He fits right in. He's amazing. Like I said last year, he'd have made it. He would have made the NFR if he'd have bought his card when he filled it. He had a great year. Won well over 100,000 on his permit. Coleman right now though 26th in the world, but he's 22,000 out of 15. He could win almost all of that right here, and he's got a good one. Coleman Schallbetter's tapped off. He's gonna have a little something to say about this short go. Oh, what a great ride by Schallbetter. How about those 2 young guys, Waitley Sharon, who we watched this be 86.5, Coleman Schallbetter, he's going to be in that time zone as well.
Yeah, 87 will give him the outright lead. It's in the hand of the judges now.
Boy, watch this. Watch this little move right there, and that head comes up. A lot of guys would have kind of hung in the cantle. That would have left you kind of a dead spot in that ride. Not Coleman. He stayed ahead, 86.5. I thought he maybe could have been 88 right there.
We may need to order more Spurs if it stays like this. We got
Just
a
had
four-way tie.
another
at the
tie.
top. Yeah. They were stuck on 88.5 for a while. Now they're just stuck on leaving them at 258 on 3.
This is
four
when you-
Cowboys.
Yeah, this is when if you're a committee man, it's like, okay, somebody go help Zeke Thurston get on his Bronc. We got to change something. Go help
Absolutely.
Kade Bruno. Do anything to get Ryder Wright ahead. We can't have a four-way tie.
Yeah, Kade Bruno, Ryder Wright, Zeke Thurston, those guys, they're tie busters. I can tell you that. And here comes Kade. Number 3 in the world standings, 4 trips to the NFR, top 6 in the world a year ago, already closing in on just over 1.5 million in his career.
Yeah, and I like this matchup. Kay's Atomic Blonde. This comes from the Sankey Pro Rodeo Company. And I got to give a shout out to Ike Sankey. He's going into the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame in a few weeks along with you, Jeff Metters, and that's a good spot to be. And I'm glad to see him there, but we'll see what Kay's Atomic Blonde can do.
I think he's put together a short list of the best saddle bronc riders who haven't won a world championship. Kade is making that list.
He's always in the conversation. By the 7th round at the NFR, his name is always up there for you and I to talk about. He's got a chance. If he does this, if he does that, it's his. But I honestly think he's riding better this year than he's ridden yet in his career. So this could be Kade's year. This horse, there's a lot to this horse. This must be the kind of horse that you can be possibly 90 points. The arena record, Wade Sundell holds it right now with 92, and he's held that for quite a few years. So Bruno would love to be that and more.
And Reno, you've done it before, you'll do it again.
All right. Trying to get this horse maybe to step forward. I can't really see why he's not nodding. Doesn't look like he's leaning on him, but it looks like this horse will just kind of lean back right there a little bit, and they'll beat you out of there. All right, Kade, here it is, a little stall. Here it comes. Atomic Blonde, big jump right there. Keep the kick going, Kade. You keep going as well. Boy, I don't know. Nice trip. That horse was a little nicer right there than I've seen that horse a few times, but Kade made a perfect ride. Now we'll see. He comes in 172, a half a point ahead of Schallbetter. So if he's 87, he's going to take the lead all by himself. He's 87. I think we see a new leader, Kade Bruno at 259.
Yeah, by 1 point. He's going to break that 4-way tie at the top. So 87 for him.
Wow.
But does he leave a little too much wiggle room?
Well, that's a lot of room for the next two guys.
Yeah, it is.
He's going to win at least third, though. That's one thing about it, because there's only 2 left. Ryder Wright, of course, he's won over $3 million. Zeke Thurston, he's won over $3 million. These guys are going to be tough.
Yeah, if you're looking for a couple of bronc riders to shine up your saddle broncs, Ryder Wright and Zeke Thurston are 2 guys that can really show one off.
Yeah, no kidding. They are so fun to watch. And Ryder Wright just quietly, I mean, he'll be 90 plus and never even smile. It's funny to see how all these guys handle these big scores differently. Ryder Wright, he just expects it. A lot of rain, Ryder Wright, here we go. All right, if you're Kade Bruno, you may already be second. Ryder Wright, great ride. Wow, great ride.
Shades there of a future Hall of Famer in Ryder Wright. 10 trips to the NFR, 3 world championships.
Wow, look at this. A half a point off the arena record. Ryder Wright, the first 90 we've seen all week besides the bull riding. Man, oh man, 91 and a half. Now we got a leader.
Yeah, and he's 8th in the world standings. He's going to make a big move, 3 million plus in his career. We talked about the wiggle room that Kade Bruno left with that 87, 91 and a half.
Not much
Ryder.
wiggle room left.
No. Not a lot of space there for Zeke Thurston, but if anybody can get there, this is the guy that can do it.
Well, if he's 91, he's going to tie him. If he's 91 and a half, he's going to beat him because he comes in a half a point ahead of Ryder Wright. No big deal if you're Zeke Thurston. I really don't know this Bronc. Rochambeau of Sankey.
4-time world champion, won in 16, 19, 22, 23. We talked about him. He's 12th in the world standings, so
Yeah.
big paycheck right here wouldn't hurt him as he gets set to roll into what we call Zeke's house, and that's the Calgary Stampede.
And I honestly think when he sits back there and watches Ryder Wright and Kade Bruno go in front of him and be those great rides, he cannot wait to get in there and get going. Now he's down, now he's up, now he's down. Gonna maybe crawl up out of there, let Roshando get back to his feet. This may be a younger horse of Sankey's. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We're about to find out. He's here for a reason. Zeke Thurston. Here we go. Keep going, Zeke. This horse is right in front of the chutes. Finish it. Big, strong. Little tougher horse to ride. I don't think he's going to be close to 91.5, and I don't know if he's going to get Cade Bruno either. But he doesn't have to be 100 because he came in the lead at 173.5. Couple points ahead of Bruno, so we'll see what they do. But I think Ryder Wright just got both spurs to put on each boot.
Yeah, I think he did.
84.5. Yeah, they saw it. Good call by our judges. Great job judging this. That was tough to judge. And Zeke did all he could do. That's you can't hang your head. It's just like, dang it, not the one I had.
Yeah, you got to dance with the girl that you brought. So Zeke Thurston winds up there in that 5-way tie at 258. Ryder Wright, 264, powered by that 91.5. A half point off the arena record. Cade Bruno, 87, turns out to be good enough to get third place. But for Ryder Wright, the accolades continue for the 3-time world champion. Let's hear more from the champ with Sierra.
Worldwide.
91.5 points. The crowd showed up in Reno and the horses showed up in Reno. Walk us through those 8 seconds. Did you feel that it was going to be that big of a score?
Oh, as soon as I got the draw last night, I knew I had the best shot to win this deal. That's an awesome horse. I had him earlier in Fort Worth short round, and they don't make him any better than that one.
Multi-time world champion, you know that the path to the gold buckle can start with things like these silver spurs right here in Reno.
Oh, for sure. Every dollar counts, and these big ones make a big difference.
Well, you're on your way again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your champion, Ryder Wright, in the saddle Bronc riding tonight.
Bryce Durr, he's got the lead coming in, 17-2 on 2. It's going to be fun. We're going to see some other guys that are kind of making a comeback, and there's a good look at Bryce right there as he gets ready to rope here in just a few minutes. But this is what he's done earlier this week to put him in that top spot.
Yeah, Bryce Durr, he's number 18 in the world standings right now, so he's doing really well here at Reno if he can just capitalize on one more run. Did you see Bryce running through him right here? He's off to a great start at 17-2 on 3. How about Shad Mayfield? He's back.
Yeah, I think everybody in the rodeo world is really excited to see Shad healthy. He's got those hips taken care of. He's got a little bit of work cut out for him. He's going to make the National Finals rodeo. But if anybody can do it in this short window, it's definitely Shad.
Yeah, no question about it. You know, Shad Mayfield, he could put together a $50,000, $60,000 fourth at any time. So it's going to be fun to watch his year play out.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the top 15 by the end of August.
Agree. I totally agree.
He has that kind of talent. And he's been so dominant in the past in terms of the regular season and what he gets done. Quint Bell is going to be the first Cowboy out.
Yeah, this is a boy that just grew up down the road. Quint Bell, little trouble getting off. Now his calf's down when he gets to him. He's going to set the pace. Just sit down, tie him down, make him come beat you. 11-4 for Quint. I traveled a lot with Quint's dad, John Bell. Great bronc rider. John could do anything, though. Probably, you know, he could pick a team roping up. He could rope a calf. He could steer wrestle. He could do it all, but he was a really good bronc rider. Quint, great run right there to start it off.
Moves to the early lead. You look at from first all the way to the last spot in this championship round. 17-2 is the winning time at the moment. 19-5 is what Quint came in with. So quite a bit of difference between first and that bottom spot. Kean Wilhite should be the next Cowboy to go. He's had quite a week here.
Oh, boy. Kean Wilhite, you know, he's a 20-year-old. You watch this and keep his name in mind. He was 7-2. He tied the arena record, which was held by Scott Cormos. If you remember Scott years ago, was 7-2. Kyan?
Yeah, Cowboy Country, too. He's from Clovis, New Mexico. He comes in number 10 in the world standings, so he's set for a big summer run. Just 20 years old. Number 1 by a mile right now in the Resist All rookie standings.
Yeah, he said Sylvester Mayfield's one that really showed him everything about tight end roping. He's got a calf. Look out. We said we may see another 7. Wilhite, get your hands in the air. 7-9.
He did.
That's the second fastest run we've seen all week, and he was 7-2 to be the fastest. He is tall, he is lanky, and he will get down the rope and tie one down. What a young talent. That's crazy.
He's going to get a pretty good check by the time he leaves Reno. He's going to be a force.
17.9. But the good news is,
Oh, did he break the
Did
barrier?
he break the
Oh,
barrier?
He did.
Oh, I was looking down at the results. It
Yeah.
shows him second, and it's like, oh, no. Well, take 7-9, put it to 17-9. Kind of stole his thunder right there.
Veteran Michael Otero next to go, Perrin, Texas.
Yeah, his wife, Carly. Boy, they're having a great time out on the rodeo trail. Michael went to the NFR in 2019. Comes in number 10 in the world standings. Or I take that back. He's just out of the world standings. Otero, though, went to the NFR in 19. Just need to kind of get that barrier off the chest of his horse and really stick a run together. There's so much talent behind. Kind of like Kean Wilhite did, only just do not break the barrier. But that same run, another 7 would be awesome.
Trying to get everything just
yeah,
right.
that calf's not looking. The whole deal is it's all timing. You don't have time to kind of watch and set your run up. When they go, you go. And it's so important to get that start just right. They got to push her in the chute. He's going to push the animal out, kind of help him start. All right, rides his stirrup. Calf's got to come up off the ground, sit and finish it. Be quick, go to the lead. 10-4, going to be an early lead.
Not going to put the pressure on the guys that are still yet to row. But at the moment, he's got the average lead at 29-8 on 3.
29-8. You see he's not very happy with himself right there. But, you know, after you make a run like that, you just kind of pick it apart. And you know you could probably shave some things or do things a little different to speed it up.
Always a great crowd on this final night in Reno. Cater Tate, pretty good rodeo name, McLean, Texas. Just looking for lightning to strike here to put a little bit of heat on those guys that are sitting at the top of the leaderboard after 2 rounds.
Yeah, the rounds pay $6,404. That's what the rounds paid 2 of those. The short round right at $10,000 plus $4,000 in the short go. So he could still win $14,000 if he can lay one down, but he has to get him up off the ground. Boy, if you have to do that, that clock does not slow down. Good aggressive run, 9-2. He's going to go to the lead. But he maybe let a good one get away right there. Oh, and he breaks the barrier on top of it.
Yeah, another penalty.
Ah.
These guys, the back of the pack, they're going to stay at the back of the pack. Nobody's been able to put a run together. A couple of broken barriers.
Yeah, and all these mistakes helped Michael Otero. You know, I mean, he didn't make the best run or the fastest run, but he made a clean run. And we're almost halfway through this set.
Here comes Bo Pickett. Right now he's 20th in the world standings. His uncle D. Pickett, pretty solid all-around cowboy as well.
Yeah, Bo. He is having a great season.
And anything under 10 is going to give him a commanding lead.
Made a couple trips in the Canadian finals. This has by far been his best season as far as the NFR. He took a run out at last year, but Bo, he is so talented. Oh, kind of got off the corner. We'll see if he got out. Bo, calf kind of moves off a little bit off to the right. Bo gets it off his feet. Here we go. Now sit down, drops the front leg. Those are all panicky things if you're in your head. His horse walks up, the calf gets up, and it gets worse for Bo Pickett.
Yeah.
No time for Bo, and that you could tell that was not the best calf in the pen. He was strong, he left, went fast, he went off to the right. So Pickett, you don't have much time to worry about what happens here because, boy, tomorrow you're up somewhere else at a big rodeo.
Kind of dream of winning the Reno Rodeo. That's more of a nightmare right there.
Yeah.
Kincaid Henry getting set to go. And I think 2025, we touched on it, probably was a coming out party for Kincaid Henry. He finished the regular season really with a bang, and he just carried that all the way through the National Finals Rodeo, where he finished number 3 in the world. And right now he's number 2 in the world. So it's been a momentum that he picked up late last season that's still going strong almost a year later.
Yeah, and you look at it, he's number 2 in the world. He's $40,000 out of first place, but Riley's not here in the short go, so he could He can pick up a third of that anyway right here in this run. But you're right. He looks like a whole different roper. Roping smart, scoring good. Calves come right up into his hands. Now watch this. Finish it with 1-2. Get it out of there. 8-4. Now we do have a calf roping taking place.
That's a little more like it. When you can build a Walmart right now between first and second.
Yeah, what is he, 27-1?
Yeah, 27-1.
Wow.
29-8 is sitting in second place, Michael Otero, and that's going to give these other guys that are coming up something to think about.
Yeah, that was a pressure run, but he's been making those runs. That's the deal about Kincaid. You always knew he had the talent. I mean, he and Shad and all those guys showed up about the same time. And it wasn't like he wasn't as good, but he has really stepped his game up. And when you see him now in these big situations, you expect him to win and make runs just like that.
Anyway, backed in the box, he was just about a second and a half out of the lead after 2 rounds. So he is very much a player, depending on what these guys get done. His final guys to rope. Max Mathis, Ben Wheeler, Texas.
All right, Max.
8 and 6, so we've got a little bit of time to work with.
Yeah, Max comes in 18 and 4. So what, 0.3 of a second? He was ahead of Kincaid Henry. So, that gives him a little breathing room. 8-6, 8-7 would look great right now for Mac. See him, he's going to just step forward. Sometimes that's for your horse just to leave off your hand, because you want him leaving off your hand. You don't want to kickstart them. And these horses, they are so cowy. They know their jobs. There it is. 3 swings. Got him. Right up into his hands. Now, don't make a mistake right here, Max. You got the money. Oh, and he makes a little bobble on his hooey. Oh, just when I said don't make a mistake, he made a little mistake. And that's going to maybe cost him going into the lead.
Yeah, it does. 9 and 1. By about 0.4 of a second, he's going to be behind Kincaid Henry.
Yeah, 27-5. And I don't know if he wouldn't have made, I think that cost him maybe 1 or 2 tenths. I don't think it cost him all of it. But when he ties his calf, when he goes to finish it with a half hitch, that's what you call the hooey. He missed it, had to redo it.
Man, full confession here. I would buy a ticket to the rodeo night tonight just to see Shad Mayfield rope.
No kidding.
Just to see a healthy Shad Mayfield back off, having his hips worked on, and no aches and pains, and ready to rock and roll.
And he has been sitting home watching this all winter long. You don't think he is fired up and ready to go? There is nothing better. He's roped 1 million calves in his mind all winter long. Now he's on the real rodeo trail. Got to make some time up or some money up to get into the top 15. He could start right here. Big run for Mayfield. Calf, there's the nod. Now this calf's going to break out of there and run a little bit. Shad's got him roped. Has to get him up off the ground. He's okay right now. Mayfield gets on his knee, though. Kind of does not hold that lock. 9.2 for Shad.
Needed 8.7. Gets 9.2. It's going to put him in second place, so he's going to be splitting second with Max Mathis in terms of the average.
Yeah, and you'll watch. That's a little mistake at the end of that run, and that's a mistake Mayfield wouldn't make. Oh, and the calf, he got up, but I don't know. May have been after the 6-second procedure. Is it official?
I think see him splitting right there with Max Mathis. Kincaid Henry, he's singing the old Queen song, Another One Bites the Dust, as he gets by another top contender here in Reno. Boy, can he get by this guy? Zach Youngblood getting set.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Zach comes in 18.2 on 2 calves.
8.8 or faster will give him the lead. 3 trips to the NFR, 10th in the world a year ago, and he's hungry. He's 31st in the world standings. He needs a big paycheck.
All right, Back's in that corner. He's about 12. He's 31st in the world, but he's only $12,000 out of 15th. That's how tight things are. He could win that. If he can win the short round and the average, that'll be about $15,000 tonight alone. Got the calf, has to get him up. That's going to slow things down. Misses his string, picking it up. 8.9, solid run. It's going to put him deep in there. Oh, and the calf gets up. Oh, holy cow. No time for Zach.
Kade Henry dodges another one.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
And the biggest dogs in the pen, you look at Shad Mayfield and Zach Youngblood, they were not able to get him. 3 Cowboys remain. Reese Reamer, Tyler Popesicle, and Bryce Durr, the last 3 guys to go. But they did come in 1, 2, 3 in terms of the average after 2 rounds.
That's right.
Anything in the 8s will give Reese Reamer the lead, so he's got time to work with here.
Yeah, Reese, he's made 3 trips to the NFR. 18-1 on 2 calves. So a little breathing room right there.
Francisco Rookie of the Year title. The College National Finals.
9 flat is what he's looking at to take the lead. Reamer, oh, his horse kind of fired there a little early. Just reset, relax. Breathe. Here he comes. I think he's good. All right, now Reese, keep him on his feet as he comes up. Oh, kind of a little wild calf. May not be good to tie. Nope, he's going to take it. Reamer, chin 3.
Take it.
Not going to be good enough to get Kade Henry. Going to put him in 4th place, 28-4 on 3. Kade Henry, Shad Mayfield, Max Mathis still the top 3.
And you know, you look, of course, we're focused on first, and that's going to pay about $10,000 in the average. 4th place, you know, you're going to win close to $7,000, $6,000 to win 4th. So it's not a bad check either. But they want the spurs. Those spurs are important for all these guys.
9-2 or faster for Popesicle to take the lead. Canadian Cowboy. 2 guys left. Kade Henry still winning the rodeo.
Yeah, Tyler tied his calf in 8.2 seconds in the 2nd round. He's capable. This guy's been to the Canadian Finals. Comes from Medicine Hat, Alberta. For Pascal, here we go. Calf a little off to the left. Tough shot. He's got him. Now he's just got to get him up at the ground. Need to hurry if we're going to win much. 10-1
10-1
for Tyler. Puts him at 18-9. Or 28-9, excuse me.
So 10-1, that's not going to get the job done. Kade Henry came in really just smack dab in the middle of the pack. 1 guy left to go, and Kade, and he's trying to run the table. He's winning the round. He's winning the average. Bryce Durr is the only guy that can upset the apple cart for Kade.
Yeah, but Durr comes in a 2.5 ahead of him, so he's got a little time to work with. Kade, he was 8.4, so Durr, he only has to be like 9.9, 9.8.
Yeah.
He's got to be a 10-second flat run.
All right.
To win.
That's a lot of time to work with, but you can't, you know, it's kind of like we heard some of the other guys. You can't protect the lead. You got to stay on offense. You got to stay aggressive. You can't just go out there and make a 9.7, 9.8 run very easily. You can't protect it. Do what you did to get yourself here, number 1 in the average. This is where your mind can either let you win or let you lose. Here we go. Durr has it set up. Hard part's done. Calf on his feet. Bryce Durr, he may win the short go. Big run. 9.3. He's going to win the rodeo. If that calf stays tight, there's been some of them getting up. Wow, 26-5.
That's pretty much running the table. He's had the lead.
That is running the table.
He's had the lead since the end of the very first performance. And when the final performance is done, he's still going to win that average.
That's right. He was in the first set. He's been there for 10 days.
He's gotten comfortable up there. Kade Henry, hey, he wins the short go. What a good run. 8.4. Nobody else was close. Bryce Durr, though, average-wise, he's going to get the best of him. 26-5 on 3, 27-1 on 3 for Kade Henry. Great to see Shad Mayfield back. He's going to get a big paycheck as he starts his run for just cracking into the top 15 to give himself a chance to make it to another national finals rodeo and get to the NFR, give that guy a chip in a chair. Who knows? He could get maybe his 3rd world championship. What a championship round. Fun to watch Kade Henry. Came in and we talked about the fact that we think that he's arrived top 3 in the world standings and almost from the middle of the pack got the win here. Rick.
Yeah, that was a big move for Kade Breister. That's going to really help. It's going to put him in the middle of the top 15 now going into the big part of the season. So that is a huge win for Breister there.
Take any check you can get when you're trying to keep up with
Reno.
Riley Webb.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, or even get close.
All right, here's Sierra.
You know that?
Bryce, sometimes the pressure can be through the roof when you don't have to be the fastest you've ever been, and that's exactly what happened tonight. You just had to make your run to come out on top. What were you thinking about nodding your head?
Seeing my start and making sure I do my job on the ground and hope it worked out.
With the 3-head aggregate, there's so many things that have to go in your favor to be in this position, and that includes your horsepower. Tell us a little bit about your teammate.
This is a 7-year-old mare. Bailey and Erica Young are letting me ride her this summer, and I can't thank him enough. The Lord worked it out for me to let her take her, and it's awesome to rope on her. She's an amazing animal.
It definitely seems like a match. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your champion in the calf roping tonight, Bryce Dare.
Well, this could be good watching because you just look on down through there, you see Jackie Crawford, Madison Uthier, Hayden Thompson. I mean, all the way down, Brady Good. Carly Bedke, there's a girl that don't overlook her. She's kind of right over here from Utah, and she is really talented.
And that's where we're going to start, too, with Carly right there. She gets set to nod and throw. Oakley, Idaho cowgirl.
All right. Comes in. She was 2-4 in the first go-around. Picked a good checkup. A little over $3,000. It pays $5,239 to win a go-around, $8,000 to win the average. So this is a big one for these girls. Bedke, first one out. Fastest runs we've seen, 2.2 seconds. What's this going to be? 3 flat? That's going to leave a little room in there, but that was a good run to start it off.
You know, the total on 2 that comes in the lead is 5 and 2, and that is Aaron Johnson. Boy, and 6 and 1, so not quite 1 second behind is Carly Bedke, who comes in the bottom spot. Stephanie Brayman. Next on the to-do list. Yeah, give yourself a chance to win here in Reno if you're coming from that far back. Lightning needs to strike, but man, we have seen that time and time again in this event.
Yeah, and it's all timing. When these girls leave to shoot, they know it's going to be one swing and go, and they've got to bring it, and that's just what you saw Stephanie do right there. Swing and a miss, no time. Another look at it, this calf. She has a good look at him, kind of stepped off a little to the right, and she just missed her target. But, you know, if you've got a chance to go up there and take an extra swing or two, these girls, none of them miss. But when you're trying to be 3 flat or quicker now, because that's what Carly Bedke caused, that's a little different story.
Jesse Everett next to go, Tarzan, Texas. 5 and 9 on 2 head coming in.
All right. Just coming off a big win from the college finals. Jesse Everett won a championship. We'll see if she can capitalize. This calf's running. She is way down the arena. That's not going to help her be fast. Great shot. Good run, but 5.5. That was just luck of the draw. You've got to have you want a calf that breaks and runs, but you don't want one that splits the gates like this one. And she may have been a little off the barrier. Any way you look at it, not the run she wanted to put together here at Reno.
Amy Ort.
You can imagine where my brain is right now the whole time.
Rope 2 and 5 and 8. She needs 3-2 or quicker. Boy, when you're this far back, you want something in that 1-8, 1-9 category if you can get there.
Yeah, she won the first go-around, or split it with a 2-4. So Amy, it's her rookie season. Here we go, Amy. She knows what win is. Calf looks a little off. Not the best tracking calf. Does a great job getting in there and catching it. That was an impressive run because that calf, you watch it in front of her. He's going to move a little to the left. Now he's going to come back to the right and then off to the left. All those moves, you got to kind of track through them. If you took your shot any time at that point, chances are you were going to miss. So that was a smart run for Amy. 5-4.
Katie Williams getting set. Yeah, you look at those lightning fast runs like 1-8, 1-9, cracking the 2 second barrier. Does the score here in Reno set you up for that?
Well, no, the arena record right now here at Reno is 1.9. Shelby Medjed actually holds that. So, no, this isn't set up to be a 1, but a 2-4 is going to win a lot of money like that run right there.
Yeah.
2-5.
Just a ho-hum 2-5?
Yeah, there we go. Brady Good. That was a heck of a run. Put her in the lead.
In the round and in the average.
Yeah, 8.3 on 3 calves. That's crazy fast.
Gives the Cowgirls to follow a little something to think about. You can see Brady sitting in the top spot, 8-4. Now Katie Williams riding in, Big Timber, Montana.
Yeah, it's
fun. She needs 2.5 just to take the lead.
Yeah, and it's fun to watch this. You know, you go from slowest to fastest. So each girl comes in with a little bit of an advantage, a couple tenths of a second over the one before. So it just builds and builds and builds. And Katie, her fastest run this week, she was 3-3, and she came back with a 3-4. So she's made 2 consistent runs, but she needs to narrow that down to she needs to get in that 2 range.
Yeah, 2.5 on the number gives her the lead.
Oh,
no,
not going to happen. 2.7, but it's got to break off their neck. It can't run through them. No time for Katie Williams. And that wasn't the best calf either. That calf broke, kind of was getting away from her, and she just finally said, I got to take my shot. Is this moving off to the right? Runs him through the loop.
Midway point in the breakaway roping. Same story for Jordy Edens-Mitchell. 2.5 or faster if she wants to move to the lead.
All right, Jordy.
Pretty good. Kind of stirred things up here a little bit.
Yeah, Jordy, number 6 in the world standings right now. She's having a heck of a season. And this could really help to get a big check out of Reno. And right now, Brady Good, 8.3. She's tough, but second is wide open. 2-2. Is she clean? No. See the judge behind her waving his hand? That's a penalty. She left just a little early. So 2-2 goes to 12-2. Another look at it. She came off the corner good. That calf just kind of, when they break to the right, it lengthens that out a little more, and it is tricky. Good run, but a little bad luck. Takes the money away.
Yeah, just by an eyelash breaking the barrier. 2-2 goes to 12-2. Her hopes of winning are gone. Now get ready for a star-studded finish to this breakaway roping, the final 4 Cowgirls.
Good to cut them time that string. And it's pretty cool the setup they have, because it's, it protects all the animals. They got the neck rope tied around the calf with a little piece of string just like that. So whoever gets there first breaks the string, and if you're Hayden Thompson, you don't want to get there first.
2.6 will give her the lead. She's sitting here right now.
All right, Hayden.
22nd in the world standings.
Yeah, she's a great all-around cowgirl. Hayden, number 22 in the world, like you said, Jeff, right now. So, I almost thought that was a nod. But it wasn't. All right. I think Big Tony Amaral, he's running the chute down there. He's done it so many years. All right, 1-2. Horse stopped a little early, and she didn't matter. 2.6, is she clean? I don't think so.
No, broken barrier.
Yeah, here she comes. Kind of broke off the corner of hair, had to pull a minute. Now she breaks the barrier. Plus 10 for Hayden. So first is tough. Second, we're in there at 11-2. Amy Hort is holding that position still with, what, 5 guys? 5 girls left?
Final 4?
Yeah.
Madison Uthier. They're 4 great ones, though.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Uthier comes in 23rd in the world standings. 2.8 or quicker will give her the lead.
Yeah, Madison's about $7,000 out of 15th. She picked up $1,372 in the first go so far this week. So when you look at the average paying $8,000, the short go paying $4,000, that could get another $12,000 in her pocket. That wouldn't hurt at all as far as world standing. But she's going to have to get it out of her hand. Brady Good, she laid down a run. Madison, she extra swing, and stuck it on. 2.8. She'll take that one.
1/10 of a second is going to move her to the lead.
Yeah, 2.8, and she's clean. So that puts her in a great spot. Number 1 at 8.2 on 3 calves.
Yeah, second fastest in the short go. Number 1 in the average. Here comes a very highly decorated cowgirl.
Oh, man.
And Jackie Crawford. She's had a good year. She's 13th right now in the world standings.
Yeah, Jackie, she can pick up any rope you want and beat you with it. And I mean beat you fair and square. She can team rope. She can calf rope. She can tie one down if she needs to, and ropes one around the eyes. Oh, no time for Jackie Crawford. Another look at it. See Jackie, this calf's going to move just a step to the left, and her horse stops right there, but just kind of dropped his head and stepped left. Took her shot, just didn't get it over the nose. No time for Jackie. So that's a big one out of the way if you're Madison Uthier.
Now the 2 cowgirls we talked about off the top of the segment, Sawyer Gilbert and Aaron Johnson, the final 2 to go. Sawyer's number 4 right now in the world standings.
Yeah, and it's just like a tie, really. 1/10 of a second separating these next 2.
She can be in the 3s, 3-1. And she will take the lead.
All right, Sawyer. 1-1 world title. So she knows what pressure is. You can see Sawyer. She is locked on. That gray horse is locked on. Now he's not. She's going to step him forward. See her drop her hand. He didn't step forward. It's like, all right, I'll kick you forward. We're going to try that again. Sawyer. Big chance right here. 3 flat would look great. And she's 2-4. That looks even better. Oh, no. 12-4. Got out of there too quick. Oh, man, she took the start she thought she needed.
Missed it by that much.
Just cost her moving first. 2-4. Now there was 1, and boy, the door opened wide open for Aaron Johnson.
Yeah, anything in the 2s, and she's your champion. Anything in the 2s.
Boy, Brady good. She came in splitting 6th and 7th, and he's right there. She's moved all the way to 2nd.
Yeah.
And Madison Uthier, who really needs to win, he's 23rd in the world standings. She's looking great as far as getting into the top 15s. But Aaron Johnson,
Colorado Cowgirls got to be 2.9.
boy, this yellow horse, this is a nice horse. Here we go, Aaron. Right there. Take your shot. Finish it. 3-3. Is that fast enough? I think it is. Be 8-5? It's not.
No.
Right?
Third place for her.
Third place.
Uthier winds up at 8-2. Brady Good at 8-3. And that's going to leave Aaron Johnson in 3rd place. So you saw the 2-5 from Brady Good that put her in the lead for a long time, and then Uthier came along, had a little more time to work with her. 2-8 for her. So Good wins the championship round. Uthier wins the average 8-2 on 3. And Aaron Johnson right there, so close, can't quite get it done. Here's Sierra.
You know, Madison, you were my pick to win this tonight. You have just been on a heater lately. You and this horse, it's been a dynamic duo and a great past month.
Oh yeah, I'm so blessed. You know, this is the horse I had my accident on a couple of years ago. We raised her, and she's been a blessing, and I'm just super excited to get this win. It means the world to me.
Now, Reno is unique because of that start. You have to be patient, and with this aggregate coming into play, how important was that for you to stay focused on?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I really scored that calf well. I was a little off the barrier and how to use my rope, and my horse made it easy on me.
Congratulations on tonight.
Thank you so much.
Your champion, the Breakaway Roping, Madison Uthier.
Here's a look at our leaders coming in barrel racing. Sydney Graham, the overall leader. What an absolute great leaderboard right there. Emily Beisel in 2nd. And Carly Otero's in 3rd. And that's not a surprise, Butch, because Carly has really put things together in the last month, and she's had a pretty darn good June.
Oh, my goodness. Carly Otero. It seems like any time that she does not hit a barrel, she's going to be in the top 2 or 3, usually first. And she's got a couple of horses, as you can see right here, So it really doesn't matter. She's a great jockey. She puts her horses right in the spot where they need to win. And look at the money she's won just since the end of May, really the month of June, nearly $50,000. I mean, she is going to be one to reckon with before this season's over for a world title.
Yeah, she won the Music City Rodeo in Nashville, Ridgeview, the rodeo that we were just at in Driggs, Idaho. And Wenda Johnson, what a way to kick it off. Here's an NFR veteran right here. Wenda, always competitive, always has a chance to win.
Yeah, Wenda is such a talented rider as far as puts her horse in a good spot as well. And Wenda, as she comes in there, she's 34.36 seconds on 2 runs. It's pretty tight. When you go all to the lead, it's less than a second separating all the girls, but they run in hundredths of a second. All right, gets around that first barrel. Kind of had to try a little bit to keep her horse on the track. Great second barrel. Wenda eyeing that third and final barrel to set the pace, and it's clean. Her horse kind of climbed out of it just a little bit. All those little things will slow a horse down, take the forward motion away. 17.86 for Wenda Johnson. Now we have a start.
Yep, she's setting the pace. Great horsewoman. Her sister Wileen, also very talented on the horse training side of things.
Yeah.
And highly entertaining. Next cowgirl should be Catherine Asmussen from Laredo, Texas. Coming from out of the shadows right there.
Big stage for Catherine right here. Reno Rodeo, this is her first year on the road, and this little horse can scoot. What a great first turn. Stays forward in her saddle really good. That horse, all that forward motion going around the second. This looks really fast. Things are fast here at Reno. You got to be under 17 to win go-rounds here. Look at that,
yeah.
16.96 right off the bat. We are in a horse race.
Boy, and that is cranking it right there.
51.31 on 3. So she takes the early lead, but that 16.96, that's a heck of a run.
Comes in about a half second out of the lead, and she has changed the game right here. Next cowgirl, Trish Aldrich.
Here we go.
Big Stallion.
Yeah, adios Pantalone. He's been on the engine side of things. She's kind of had to lay him off for a while. He's back, and I love this stallion. Here we go. Trish Aldridge and the horse that took her to the finals and almost won her a world title. Great first barrel. Adios. He gets around the second. Great turn again. Now watch the clock. She's got a chance to take the lead. Get it out of there. 16, no, barely. 17 and 18, that's a beautiful run. Good to see him back on the trail. What a stallion.
So much fun to watch him. That's going to leave her in second place. Well, that run by Catherine, 16.96. Game changer. Morgan Bagnell next to go, Heath, Texas. Does her college rodeoing at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, Morgan comes in there. Number 10 in the world standing. She's having a great season.
Yeah, she is way out front in that Resisto Rookie of the Year race.
All right. Morgan, this is a great horse too. Big, long strided. I mean, he absolutely gobbled up that first barrel. Helps him around the second. Great turn on the second. This looks fast. If she can make a third and final turn, maybe a little teeny slip right there. We'll see if the clock indicates it. 17:28. That may have slowed her down just a hair. Still a great run for Morgan.
You won't be able to wipe the smile off of her face.
Puts her in third place.
Third place so far. Boy, you look at the go-arounds. They're tough. Go-around 1, Emily Beisel won it with a 16.97. Go-around 2, Sydney, she won it. Sydney Graham with a 16.71. It's crazy.
Here's Michelle Alley.
Coming in on Stiletto. He laid Stiletto off after the winter rodeos, after I believe either Austin, one of those, she laid Stiletto off and just let him have a little time to himself. And man, oh man, good job getting around that first barrel. Thought she turned a little early on the backside. Good second turn. Picked up a big check at Driggs, Idaho the other day. 14, 15, 16, 17.34. Puts her in the top 4.
She's number 9 in the world standings right now.
Yeah. Number 4 here with a 51.62. Boy, Catherine Asmussen, that's 16. That's holding her right there, number 1 so far.
Yeah, nobody else even close. Winning the round, she's winning the average. Haley Gibson Stillwell, Red Crest, California.
Here she comes on Piper. Number 4 on the world standings right now. Piper, don't let that turn deceive her. This horse is long, strong, long strided. All right, headed to the 3rd. She's around the 3rd. It's still up. I love that clock in the corner. It indicates good time. 17 2/100. Puts her 2nd in the round.
Yeah, that's the 2nd fastest time that we have seen.
Moves to the lead in the average, I believe.
It does, 51.26 on 3. So there's a look at how the leaderboard stands right now, about the midway point of the barrel racing. Haley Gibson Stillwell with the 2nd fastest time that we have seen. Just slips past Catherine Asmussen. So those guys right there, those gals right there are battling at the top. Fast times, and now we get down to the fastest cowgirls that qualified. Don't forget about the Cowboy Plus app. It's Cowboy Christmas time. That is the best way to keep up with an ever-changing window in rodeo. The World Championship races are going to change on a daily basis, really for about the next 3 weeks. Caitlin Scott, Odessa, Texas. She's next to go.
All right, Caitlin comes in. She was 34 19/100, so she had a couple hundredths lead over Haley Gibson. We'll see if Peanut Seed can handle Reno. Man, I love this little yellow horse. Not as big as some of the others, but I mean so aggressive. Just a little fire plug. 2 good turns now. Get Peanut Seed out of here. Oh, way off that 3rd, and that's going to slow her down quite a bit. 17:20. Oh, my goodness. She could have broke that 17 record. Or not record, but 17 mark if that horse would have finished his turn on that 3rd barrel.
3rd place in the average for her. 51.39 on her 3 runs.
Puts her 3rd.
Yep, Haley Gibson Stillwell still in the lead. 51.26 on 3 for her. Jody Miller Padone.
Texas. Her horse's name is Mr. I'm on Fire.
It's her time now.
All right, Jody comes in on Fuego. It's going to be tough. Little step past that 1st barrel. Fuego makes it up on the 2nd, so we're okay. Clean run. Listen to this crowd. It's so fun to watch this. 16.95 and took a step by the 1st barrel. Holy mackerel. Now we got a new leader and a real barrel race.
Yeah, she takes over the top spot pretty comfortably. 51.11 on 3. 16.95. 1/100th of a second faster than Catherine Asmussen.
All right.
Raylene Juergens.
Yeah, Raylene Juergens from South Dakota. She knows what she has to be. She comes in number 4 in a group of tough barrel racers, so you know this horse has got the speed. Wow.
She keeps in the 16.
16.99, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get her ahead. I think it puts her in 2nd.
Dead heat, as a matter of fact.
Oh, my goodness.
51.11 on 3. So Padone and Juergens are tied at the top. Crazy when you time it in 100ths of a second.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
They make 3 runs, and they are dead tied. Absolutely nuts. And here comes Carly Otero. We talked about her. She's been on a heck of a run. Can she keep it going?
Well, hold up on that phone call if you're winning something, because it may change. See her look back? You really shouldn't look back, but she was really surprised she got by that 1st barrel. And if she can get by this 3rd, a little blowout, but that didn't hurt the last one. We'll see. 15, 16, 81. Are you kidding me?
Her great run continues. She takes the lead in the round. She takes the lead in the average.
Holy cow.
And piles the pressure on the final 2 barrel racers. Look at that. 50.81 on 3. Forget about the dead heat. That's old news now.
Yeah, no, that's old stuff. Put your cell phone away. You're in 2nd place.
But here comes Emily Beisel. Boy, and we know she can be a game changer.
Oh, man. And she has got a trailer full of great horses. Coming up, I believe this is Chewy. All right, Emily. She comes in 33 and 91/100ths. Good first barrel, Chewy. Great second barrel, Emily. She's trying to get all she can get out of Chewy. And that be the best third barrel out of the three we watched before. Straight lines and quick time, 1683. Wow, what a barrel raise.
She takes the lead in the average.
My.
Pretty comfortably, but she's second best in the championship round. Wow, did they start shattering that 17-second
Yeah, they
barrier
did, didn't they?
on this second half of the barrel racing. Sydney Graham came in number 1, Abilene, Texas. Last cowgirl to go.
Coming in on Trump. And this horse, when you look at the horse's head and jaws, it looks like a stallion. I don't know if he is or not, but I mean, she absolutely owned the arena this week. 16:71, her fastest time in 2 runs. She'd take that again, but Trump blows way off that third. She barely gets him back in there, and 17:20. That's an amazing time for that big mistake on the third barrel.
She almost had a down barrel, but it was the first barrel after the third barrel.
Yeah.
She swung way wide right there. Boy, did it get fast in the second half of the barrel racing. Emily Beisel coming through. What a run for her. And she winds up with a 1683 in the championship round. She's going to wind up as your champion. Carly Otero tried to keep that heater going. She got so close, fast in the championship round, but she winds up in second place. Let's get to Sierra Spratt, who's been able to find Emily Beisel.
She just mentioned that she's trying not to cry because this is an emotional win for you and Chewy twice. You were the reserve champions of this rodeo, but not this year. This year, you guys are coming out number 1.
That mare, she is so special. This is for Chewy. I couldn't do it without her, and we've been so close 2 years in a row, and I was on a mission this year to get this win for her, and I'm just so grateful. What an incredible animal. Thank you, Reno. She obviously loves it here. She loves running for this crowd, so thank you. We love coming here.
Congratulations to both of you, Emily. Your champion in the barrel racing, Chewy and Emily Beisel.
Championship night at the wildest, richest rodeo in the West in Reno as we kick off the Cowboy Christmas Run for 2026. There's a look at the leaderboard in bull riding coming in. You have John Crimber, 90.5 points. We've been watching him since junior high and high school ranks. He is big time. He's a PBR world champion. His dad, Paolo, we watched him at the National Finals rodeo back in the late 90s, and he was fun to watch. This kid is just next generation.
Yeah, he just grabbed you. There's no question about it. You and I watched him one time at Stetson Wright's bull riding. He was 17 years old. He wasn't old enough to even get going. And he made rides like this then. So you knew the talent was there. But when you step up to like the PBR World Championship and the PRCA and getting through these bulls, it's a different game, but he's absolutely owning it.
Yeah, he wants to win the PBR and the PRCA World Championships both. First cowboy to do that. But look at John Crimber down there. And Hayden Welsh, the guy right behind him, he's ahead of him in the Resist All rookie standings. So you got some really talented rookies in this field here. You got some veterans in there too, Roscoe Jarbo and Boudreaux Campbell.
Yeah, and Hudson Bolton, you know, he's not an old guy either. There's some really great young talent. We're going to see a bunch of them tonight.
Yeah, Colton Fritzland, he's only been to 1 NFR, but he won the average at that NFR. So that tells you what he can get done as Aaron Williams gets ready to go. Pismo Beach, California. Matched up here with Midnight Magic.
All right, Aaron, you're the first one out.
Midnight Magic comes to Thanky and Phenom Genetics.
Got a little mane hanging out of that helmet, Aaron. He's from Pismo Beach, and I know he looks like a surfer, but this boy can ride. I watched him earlier in the week, stuck it on a good one. Trying to get this bull maybe to stand up just a little bit. And these bulls are, they're going to do whatever they want to do in that chute. Here we go. He's got a shot. Here he comes. Slaps him again. And I mean, takes a shot and then just absolutely gets hammered.
Boy, the bullfighter's doing everything they can to get that bull away from him and protect him.
Yeah, he took a shot, and you could see when he got whipped down, that helmet collided with a horn and rung his bell a little bit, and he was kind of stunned there underneath him, and that's such a dangerous spot to be.
And you love seeing the Justin Sports Medicine trailer sitting there, so you know that he's going to get really good help. So Justin Sports Medicine team will take a look at him. And you talk about bull riding. We know it's dangerous. That's a rough way to kick off the championship round.
It is, and no one wants to do it that way. And, you like to see everybody stay healthy and stay clean. And, we'll wait and see really his position or his condition. But the nice thing is that you mentioned the Justin Sports Medicine guys, some of the best doctors in the world are right there on site to kind of read the situation, make sure he's okay. And there he is. He's up. He's moving. Not moving very fast, but we don't care. They're helping him out of the arena. They're going to go take a look at him. They may send him to the hospital, have some stuff done. It doesn't matter. He's up, he's good, and that is a great way to finish off that scary start.
Yes, it's nice to see him walk out of the arena. I guess you can make a case, just a typical day at the office for a bull rider. It's dangerous regardless if you're on a practice bull at home or riding in the championship round here in Reno. But that gives you an idea of the flavor of bulls we're going to see in this championship round. You better bring it. Nash Jones is going to be next to go. Stanfield, Oregon Cowboy.
So after watching
Nigel's pet.
Everybody take a big deep breath and thank the good Lord.
See him in that chute. He's kind of finishing up those wraps. Boy, and to follow up a deal like that too, if you're the next bull rider, you don't want to let that get into your head. It can happen. You just got to focus on what he's doing right now because it's so important. These bulls, they don't really care what happened to the guy before them. They're going to bring their hot stuff. All right. See him pulling that rope around the middle of the bull. Now he's going to just take that wrap all the way around the back of his hand. Work it through there. Nash Jones. Here it comes. Nigel's pet. This is big right there. He's got a good seat. Nope. Oh, he made a corner in pretty good shape, but then he got inside, and when he moved up out to the outside, meaning when that bull turns back away from his hand, he makes a great job getting around there. But then I think he made too big a move with his free arm, dropped his hips in there, and that panic shake. So then you got to make a big move to get out of there. Right there, you can see his hips in. That free arm got a little low. That elbow got a little low on a bull away from your hand. Plus, the bull was pretty raked. Come on, throw that in there on top of that.
He'd made 3 revolutions there and probably hadn't drifted 8 feet out in front of the the chute.
That's a bucker, and I mean, we're going to see a bunch of them tonight.
Well, we talked about Colton Fritzland, made the NFR in 2020, and he also left there as the NFR average champion. That's the only time he's been there. He wound up 22nd in the world last year. Frozen Jacket is the bull. But if he's been paying attention, he better have the chin strap pretty tight.
Yeah, Fritzland, he's about $12,000 out of the top 15. So this would be a big win for him if he could pull this off. Colton, he comes in, he was 84.5 points on his first bull. Made a really good ride the other night. I actually thought he could have been a point or two more, but regardless, he's in a good spot now, right in the middle of the pack. About 6 points out of that number 1 spot. But in bull riding, there's not a safe lead anywhere. A lot of these guys, they won't get to the whistle. Frozen Jacket probably goes back to that great Yellow Jacket bloodline. Comes from the Big Bend Rodeo Company. Those guys have had like 5 different bucking bulls of the year. Sonny Riley, Donnie Hutzel, and now they're Donnie Hutzel's son running it. Good look at the leaders. Crimber, 90.5. Hudson Bolton, that's who Crimber rides with, I think travels with. 87.5. And Hayden Welsh, my goodness, he's a phenom in himself. He can really ride.
It's going to be quite a finish to Reno Rodeo with those 2 guys in the last couple out.
Now he's going to re-wrap. I think going to take another wrap. All right. All that does is make the stock contractor a little upset.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been to a Benny Butler rodeo, but you don't see many of them take that extra wrap there.
Yeah, you're gonna get some solid coaching.
Yes, you are.
If you decide to take that.
See some motivational speaking.
Yes,
right
absolutely.
In your ear.
Yeah. Tough love. I think that might. There's a lot of ways you can categorize it.
I think there is. Yeah. But there is so much money up for grabs. If you don't feel right, you do what it takes to get right. Fritzland is going to finish the wrap. A lot of times a bull will they'll squat just a little bit when you're pulling them and pull your hand and you think it's in the right position. And then when you slide up there and they step up, it'll move your hand on on their backbone, and if it's not in the right spot where you're comfortable with, it can cost you. So we'll see if Fritzl made the right move here. Big chance on Frozen Jacket.
Two guys have been out. Things did not go well for them.
No, but it's going to change right here. Frozen Jacket, kind of frozen in the chute.
Have the 50-50 winning ticket in my hand. That is worth.
Well, you never like to take this much time in the chute if you don't have to, but you don't want to do anything that'll cost you.
Probably getting close to pulling the rope again.
Maybe now.
Now he's really close.
Yeah, maybe now. No, he's going to cowboy up. All right.
Got it rattled around where he wants it.
I think he's going to cowboy up. He needs to cowboy up and just get her done right here.
I think I'd be repulling.
I would too.
Based on what I've seen in the bull power, but
here we go.
Hey.
Oh, he's good seat. Oh, what a good little bull. Oh, come on. Ooh, and he gets stepped on. He's up and okay. Colton Fritzl, he let one get away right there, and he'll be the first to tell you. See him holding that hamstring. That bull stepped right in the middle of him. Just a perfect bull into his hand. A little back up when he turns back right there. That just sets you up in your hand. And then he just kind of let himself get strung out. Ooh, man, that was close to a real big stepping on. Colton Fritzl comes down with a no score.
Yeah, danced all around him, so.
Woo.
3 up, 3 down. When you talk about the ground money, that could be pretty lucrative here in Reno.
No kidding.
You could make out like an absolute bandit if you're the only guy to make the whistle tonight.
Well, you look back at arena records, 95 points. That's the arena record. 3 guys have done it. Clint Bronner, you know, the great Montana cowboy.
Roscoe.
He was up there in 1997. Shane Drury, we were there. He rode a bull called Unforgiven in Flying Fives. He did it in 01. And Myron Dwart did it in 02. So it's been 24 years since that record's been challenged.
Lane Vaughn's got Mr. Preifert.
You know, I've watched Lane a few times. Comes from down in Southern Oregon around Klamath Falls, and he's the real deal. Won a bunch of money, started out his year right off the bat at Denver, Colorado, and he is right where he wants to be. Number 19 in the world, 4,000 out of the top 15. Big ride right here on Mr. Preifert. It's not going to be easy, this bull. He's all there. You know, all these guys, there's plenty of video on these bulls. They all know them. If they haven't been on them, they find somebody that has. Lane Vaughn around away from his hand. Lane's got a good seat. Now, here he comes into his hand. Lane Vaughn should have this bull all day long, and he does. Lane Vaughn is our first bull rider to get on to and make qualified rides. Throw the helmet. Throw that helmet.
Handles the change of direction.
Oh, good job for Vaughn. And he's not going to be a 90, I don't think. We'll watch it again. Really good bull. I mean, if you were in the short go, this would be one of the picks. 1 round to the left, right back to the right. 89 points. They liked it.
They did. Got a 2 bull total going now. 173 on 2. It's going to force the Hayden Welshes and John Crimbers to make the whistle if they want a chance to win. Bumps us right on to Roscoe Jarbo.
All right.
49th in the world standings. He's been to 5 NFRs. The last was 2021. The first time was a decade ago in 2016.
You know, and Roscoe's been one of those bull riders. He almost won a world title one year, but I mean, he anytime he can get on a streak and ride 20 in a row, and then he gets on a streak the other way. But Roscoe Jarbo, he's won over $1 million riding bulls. I mean, he's just, you can never count this guy out. He can ride rank bulls. He can ride good bulls.
And he needs 87.5. He wants to move to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, circuit breaker. Another Rosser bull. Roscoe's sliding up on that hand.
30 years of age.
I think this is the one to have right here.
Trying to get this bull just to stand a little more square. You can see him get way up between those horns. That's getting out over a bull, and that's where you need to be because they want to run you back. Everything wants to lean you back when they leave the chute, so you want your free arm kind of up in front of you. And you need to be lifting leaving there. That gets your weight on your feet. Here we go. Good start. He's going to come. Ooh, this bull's ranked. Jarbo comes down. Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to get there. Man, for a chance to be 90, that was it. Look at this. I mean, for 4 seconds, that bull did everything he could. What a tough bull to ride.
Dusty Tuckness, Cody Webster, they got after it. They'll save you. That leads us to Boudreaux Campbell, another one of the veterans that made the championship round. Hey, look at Boudreaux, 15th in the world standings. 5 trips to the NFR, but he hasn't been to Las Vegas since 2021.
Yeah, he went over to the PBR and rode for a while, too. In fact, I think he won the PBR average at their world finals. So, you know, you and I have watched Boudreaux. He's another guy that he gets on a roll. He can ride about any bull he wants.
We talked to him at the Ridgeview Rodeo there in Griggs a couple of weeks ago, you know, and said, riding well. Things are kind of going his way.
Yeah, especially coming into this time of the year. Healthy, mentally right where he wants to be. See where he places that hand, just a little off the backbone. On the side of this bull. Easing that wrap around there.
Number 11 ranked man in the world.
Magic touch. Boy, this is a bull that Sankey's bringing. Sankey Pro Rodeo and Phenom Genetics. They will show up with some bulls that buck. They show up with everything that bucks, but this bull, these Phenom Genetics, their bulls are something. Here we go. Big bull, right around to the left. He's looking left. No, not yet. Get over there, Boudreaux. Oh, and set him up and threw him off. I think he had a chance if that bull would have went right to the left, right out of there. But when he could drop it and hanging like that, kind of lifted Boudreaux up. Look at this, right there. He was a little behind. Then I thought he got right where he wanted to be. Now watch this bull. Move him into his hand, just enough and feel him there, and then right around to the right. That's a bad boy.
That's a rough landing, too.
Oh.
Landing right on the back of your head. 3 Cowboys left. Hudson Bolton, Hayden Welsh, John Crimber. Hudson Bolton comes in 26th in the world standings. Boy, youngster. 20 years of age, already made it to the national finals once. Top 10 in the world last year. He won $90,000 at the NFR last December.
I know. He kind of started slow, and then the last 5 rounds, he was like, I'm going to show you why everybody's talking about me. So then he just left, went home, got a hold of John Crimber, brought him along with him. I mean, and Hayden, well, all these boys. Then there's another one, Noah Lee, who almost made the finals here. He was, I think, 80 points, but that wasn't enough to make the cut. I mean, there is some young talent in this bull ride, and they are crazy good.
Just needs 86 points to move to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, that's all. Just 86. That's all he needs. Don't try to spur him or anything. Just ride him. It's not that easy. Sambo.
When you kind of lock up, good things don't happen, do they?
No, not in this event. No, not in this event. All right, Hudson, here we go. Into his hand. He's got a good seat. He's a little behind, but he's cutting the corner. Now the bull felt him there. Tried to get him in the well. That was a heck of a deal for Hudson Bolton to get to the whistle. Holy cow. That was not going to happen to very many guys. Man, oh man.
There's a jump there where he was pretty much bucked off.
He was off.
Bull kind of helped him a little bit, didn't
Well,
he?
this bull, and he was smart. Look at this. He's a little back, you know, but he's just making that move. He's inside. Then watch this bull. He opens up with that spin, tries to drop him, clear to the inside, and he couldn't do it. And Hudson Bolton, he would not turn loose. So now we have 2. Waiting for the score to see if it's enough to get him in the lead. Oh, yeah.
88.5 points for him. So he has the lead, 176 on 2. Lane Vaughn in second, 173 on 2, and we're down to our final 2. We talked about them, 2 extremely bright stars. You have Hayden Welsh, you have John Crimber. Hayden, interesting, a year ago, made plenty of money. Could have made the National Finals Rodeo. Opted not to buy his card. And because of that, he did not get the invite to Las Vegas.
No, and I was wondering, I thought, man, it is so hard to make the NFR one time, let alone to miss your chance and go try it again. He's number 4 in the world, and he is a riding machine. He will spur one. All right, Hayden, keep moving. Holy cow, we're going to break the sound barrier. What a bull ride by Welsh. His dad, Bobby, he was like a 5-time NFR qualifier. Hayden Welsh, he is like a wild little dog. He gets so fired up. What a bull ride. What a bull ride. Look at this. This little bull scoots out there and turns back into his hand. Hayden's got him. Then he kind of stumbles a little bit. Not enough for a re-ride, but enough to throw him out of timing. And he does such a good job staying forward. Wow, 90 points for Welsh. Now he takes the lead, and he has really put the pressure on young John Crimber.
Yeah, he's got the lead in the round. He's got the lead in the average. You know, a lot of times you just say game over. Not when John Crimber is the last guy to go.
No, 177.5. Look at that, 176, 173. Those were all 3 great rides.
And if you're kind of more on the PRCA, the Pro Rodeo bent, you don't watch a lot of the PBR, you may not know a lot about John Crimber, but I think by the time we get to Las Vegas in December, you're going to know a whole lot about this kid.
Yeah, I hope everything stays just the way it's going because he just loves doing this, and he is so talented. So talented.
And obviously Hayden Welsh is up for the challenge of going head-to-head with John Crimber.
Yeah, there's no backing up in any of these boys. Crimber. Just coming off a huge world title win of the PBR. And he's just 20 years old, I think, himself. Maybe 19. I think 20, but either way, he's a baby. Here we go. Big bull right around to the left. Crimber, he's got a seat. He's into his hand, and down he comes. Oh, what a bull. And John did such a good job getting around that first part. But that bull, by far, was the rankest bull out tonight.
That is a big bull.
Look at this. Look at the power. Crimber. He's doing exactly everything. Then this bull just kind of stops, backs up, locks him into his hand, and goes back away from it. And Crimber knew he wasn't in the spot he needed to be. He tried to drive that inside foot down, but could not do it. Tip your hat to Crimber. Tip your hat to Hayden Welsh. Holy cow, what a bull ride.
Yeah, if you look at the rivalry that's kind of starting to build here with Hayden Welsh and John Crimber, it's just to be continued. Welsh gets the win, 177.5. Hudson Bolton, a good ride as well. Lane Vaughn, John Crimber. So 3 are able to cover 2 bulls. Everybody else not quite getting there, but wow, it's Hayden Welsh who steals the show, and that was a bull ride.
That was fun. That really was. That was 3 good bull rides, but Hayden Welsh, that was all offense right there. That was good stuff.
Yeah, you love it when you kind of build up that big finish and then it actually happens.
Yeah, I know. It makes us look smart, doesn't it?
It
That's
does.
all. It's all about us.
But, you know, Hayden Welsh, he absolute head scratcher last year. And you talk to him, it's more of a religious thing why he didn't buy his card. You know, he just didn't feel like the time was right. And thank goodness that he did in 2026 because he is really fun to watch.
Yeah, he is fun to watch. And, you know, it's going to be fun to see how this season plays out. Hayden Welsh right there, getting all the goodies, the spurs, everything he needs. That's a big win for young Hayden Welsh in his career, but it's not going to be his last one, no question about it. How about Lane Vaughn, the boy from Klamath Falls, Oregon? He jumped into the top 15 with his win, winning 3rd, but Hayden Welsh owned it here in Reno.
Gets the nice set of spurs to take back home with him. And what a show he put on this final round in Reno.
Gave the wrong number, so here's the change. J899-7815. J899-7815. Sierra, it's all yours.
Rookie bull rider Hayden Welsh here. You were a standout on your permit last year, no doubt already proving that you could win rodeos like this, but there's something for saying and then there's something for doing, and you did.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Praise God. You know, without the Lord, just running my reins and just having in control of my life, and through my testimony is why I'm here today.
Now, going against with all of this big crowd and these great bull riders, did you think when you nodded your head that you were going to be able to do a 90-point ride with that matchup?
Yes, ma'am. Every time you're in a short round, you know, you got to be a fighting mighty warrior of God to step out here with your armor, being ready to put up whatever fight you have to, and then, you know, these short rounds, you know they're going to be buckers. So praise God we were able to ride a bucking bull.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your champion, the rookie Hayden Welsh in the bull riding.
Yeah, you look at the difference in those 2 bulls between Welsh and Crimber. One was kind of all speed, wasn't it? And the other one was pretty much power.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, you said it all right there. But either way, you know, and you can see, you know, Hayden Welsh, how aggressive he was. That's what I say offense a lot when I talk about riding, but he took the fight to the bull. He didn't wait for something to happen. He kind of took control of that ride early. So did Crimber, but that bull, you know, on those big droppy, big bulls like that, You get out of shape anywhere in there, you're going to own it.
Yeah, you're getting a little flavor right there, I think, for what we're going to see at the National Finals
it's going to be
Rodeo.
a blast.
Yeah, it's going to be a 10-round heavyweight title fight from two guys that aren't really that big. They're not necessarily heavyweights in terms of weight class.
Heavyweights at 128 pounds.
Yeah, they're heavyweights in terms of bull riders. Some great champions crowned tonight here in Reno, the wildest, richest rodeo in the West, and it started with Kade Sonnier. He came in number 1, and he stayed number 1.
Yeah, and that was impressive on Colt 45. That horse is all there, and Kade knew it. Had to get his chin down and make that kind of ride to win this rodeo, but a big win for Kade Sonnier. He's trying to win a world title himself.
Steer wrestling was fun as well. I thought Mike McGinn might have a chance to come from the back of the pack to wind up getting the win, but that was not the case. Dalton Massey just takes care of business here in Reno.
Yeah, he and Tristan Martin, that was 2 great runs by those guys. Of course, Mike McGinn did what he needed, but Tristan Martin, this was a huge run. Everything coming off this big win here at Reno. Now these guys are just going to go all over the country and see how much money they can win at great rodeos.
Team roping, it was really good, really from start to finish. It was so much fun to watch, and these guys, Arviso and Lord came in number 1, and you call it a businessman's run, but the pressure's on, and they took care of it.
Yeah, you don't get to just set a run like this up. And you look at Levi right here around that corner. That was a great shot. He was in great position. Of course, the Lord family, they're all so handy.
Boy, in saddle bronc riding, Ryder Wright got the job done. And, it was an incredible saddle bronc riding. We saw a little bit of everything. The stars really shine, but Ryder Wright managed to hang on and get the win.
The bronc riding is so bright right now. Of course, Ryder Wright, it's not a surprise. That horse bucked so hard with him, but every one of those guys rode so well here at Reno, and the stock was amazing. To get this win wasn't easy even for Ryder Wright.
Tie-down roping, Bryce Durr came in number 1, too, as well, and he held on to that spot, but it wasn't easy, but came in. We talked about it. You said this is definitely not a businessman run because he was aggressive from start to finish.
Yeah, every step here, when he strings the front leg, how he gathers the back legs, and then finishes with that half hitch. You cannot get ahead of yourself before that part is done, and this was a great job just paying attention and making that run for him.
Boy, Madison Uthier put on a show in Breakaway Roping. We talk about the speed that you see there. There was world champions in there and tons of pressure. She's always fun to watch rope.
Yeah, Madison Uthier. I mean, that was just a great run, and she knows her horse so well. She talked about it. And that's going to move her into the top 15 now, going into this summer run. Madison Uthier is trying to make yet another NFR.
And it was an emotional Emily Beisel who wound up as the champion in Reno in barrel racing.
Well, she deserved it. It was a tough barrel race. Those times got quicker. She was an 16:83, won second in the short round. But you watch this third and final barrel. This was the money barrel for her tonight. Watch how straight that little horse gets out of the arena. The other horses blew off just enough. That allowed her to win the rodeo all by herself.
Absolutely straight as a string. And in bull riding, the dust just settled. We build it up as quite a match, and Hayden Welsh comes in, a quick bull, and finally winds up going back into his hand. A little bit of a stumble right there, but that was a show.
Yeah, and what impressed me, if you could have seen his outside foot, every time he needed to get that hold to square him up right there on the corner, that was a big, big move right there for Hayden. And he took it to him. That's fun. It's going to be fun to watch the rest of the summer with little Hayden Welsh. He's a go-getter.
Yeah, the good news is there are champions from Reno. The bad news is Greeley's going on tomorrow, and Cowboy Christmas is 100% underway, and it's going to be a grueling 10 to 14 days for everybody now.
Yeah, it's crazy. The money that these guys are going to ride for. We're going to see guys probably win $50, $60, maybe $70,000 over the next 10 days, But a big win at Reno, most of these guys got out of here with over $20,000 just from this stop alone. So what a big finish and a great way to start their fourth.
Yeah, and you and I are headed to the Calgary Stampede.
Yeah.
We'll be there for 10 days. It'll start on Friday. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see what Shad Mayfield gets done in the next 30 to 45 days. Thanks for watching here on the Cowboy Channel. What a rodeo in Reno. We'll see you in Calgary.
Wildest, richest rodeo in the West. Everybody says that. Prove it.
Cowboy Channel thanks you for watching this presentation of the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association.